Good morning. Good morning, good morning. I'm going to have to get used to that, aren't I? So used to the evenings. Well, in any case, I am still Blue Mooney, fantasy writer and shy magical library in human skin. And it is so lovely to see you at this new time. Just let me turn this down. Thank you, lovely opening music. You did a fabulous job as usual. And let's jump over here to our quiet background music. It's very nice. Hello, everyone. It's so lovely to see you. Hello, King Perseus and Crater Fish and Mickey. And AMAIGURI, you're here. Yay! Oh, Ashley too. Hello, hello. Oh, goodness me. Is today Tolkien Day? I suppose it makes sense to be doing some fun fantasy archaeology world building-esque activities on Tolkien Day. It makes sense. Oh, we're going to watch a blue stream right after not right after waking up. Wild. Well, I hope it is a much better time for most of you. I know it's definitely not a better time for some of you, and I'm so sorry about that. But yes, hopefully there will be fewer yawns on my part at the very least. Feels weird watching one of her streams while the sun is still out. Well, it's a little odd for me as well, streaming while the sun is up for me. Yes, usually it is, very dark. I've gotten it pretty dark though. I hung a blanket up over the window to try to block out sounds just in case someone decides to do some yard work. I made it. I'm so glad you made it, AMAIGURI. It would not be the same without you, and I'm sure we will be relying heavily on some of your cryptic clues that you leave us as we go through this. Your streamer, I am here. Oh dear. Early stream, yes, they will be early from now on. They will be at this time pretty much once a week now. At either this time, I might take it back half an hour because I did, I was ready with plenty of time, even walking back from the small one's school. So yes, we may be able to start a half hour earlier, which hopefully will make it slightly easier for those of you for whom this is a really terrible time. Oh, the sun is still out even for me. Hooray. Yeah, you don't seem as tired. I'm actually feeling reasonably energized, which is good and very strange for me. I don't know, maybe it's just good to wake up in the mornings with something more to look forward to. I have no clues for you. Oh, AMAIGURI, come on, be kind. Be kind to me. My brain, you know my brain, she is not so reliable. I'm a little concerned I'll just open onto a beautiful screen and just be like, wow, pretty, and no more thoughts. Hi, hello Elfie, I'm so glad you're here. I hope you got some sleep before getting here. And I hope you'll get some sleep before school as well. Energy, let's go. Gonna eat dinner while you're trying to do this. Yay. I had the, what's that phrase? A surge of good sense. And I ate at very early lunch before starting streaming because otherwise I may get a little hungry. Oh, meanwhile over here it's so dark I can only see a street lamp out the window. I'm sorry, Ashley. Oh, my internet's so bad at this time of day. I have to watch at 1:44p. I'm sorry. Hello from the pitch black night of Europe. Greetings from the reasonably sunny-ish in Australia right now where I am. It was a lovely overcast breezy walk to the small one's school though, so that was very enjoyable. Maybe that's also why I'm feeling a bit better. I had some wind in my face. That helps sometimes. Okay, so we should probably dive straight in, given I don't know how long we're gonna take doing this wonderful little exercise that AMAIGURI has put together for us. Oh, I got 3 hours of sleep before this stream. That's something at least. In high contrast, I just walked home in my first thunder snow. Oh my goodness. I hope you're safe. I mean, it sounds like it's spectacular and terrifying, but yes, I do hope you're safe and you're tucked somewhere warm and cozy now. Oh, goodness me, thunder snow. Wow. Yes, I cannot even begin to imagine what that would be like walking home in. I calculated an elaborate plan on how to sleep this night, only to sleep between... Oh, no. Love Heart is hiding things again. And 7 p.m. 6 and 7 p.m. There we go. Oh, I hope you get the sleep. At least I have a pineapple juice at my side. Finished eating crepes. Oh, delicious. I love crepes. Oh dear, now you're going to have me craving all the sweet crepes that, I think the last time I had a sweet crepe was in Harajuku, like years and years and years ago. Okay, yes, I do not know how long it's going to take us to go through this, particularly if we want to try to come up with some interesting plot lines that could take place in this world. And if we still have time, we can try to thread a few of them together into a very, very rough, slapdash, splat sort of storyline for a novel. It'll be nothing compared to the wonderful, wonderful novel outline that AMAIGURI did in her most recent video. I have a link in the description. If you haven't seen it, you should have a look, because that's a far more intelligent way to go about things than my general, as I think I described it last time, la la la, fight scene, splat. That's just me anyway. I'm not all fight scenes. I like things lovely and quiet and strange too. Oh, I'll go to sleep after the stream. Hopefully I get 3 more hours of sleep. Hopefully. Actually, a cup of tea sounds like a nice idea. Have a cup of tea. Oh, I honestly have no idea what the premise of this stream is despite your reading announcements, so I guess I'll figure it out as you go. Okay, I should probably explain. So, when AMAIGURI and I were discussing about a collaboration of sorts, we eventually came up with a plan of each planning a festival and swapping them and doing something interesting with them. And AMAIGURI went above and beyond for us and put together this wonderful, wonderful slide of artifacts and stuff from her festival for us to piece together on stream. So that was very considerate, coming up with such a wonderful thing that we can do on stream. Because I think, yes, my mind was slightly panicking. How am I going to write a story on stream with this festival? So yes, with this activity, yeah, we do it. We archaeologize. Is that a word? Probably not. It is now. We archaeologize. Like eulogize. And yeah, from there we have some fun, just coming up with some little story ideas that could take place in the wonderful world that is waiting for us. So let's have a look at this. Okay. I have only sneaked a few accidental peeks at what's going on when I was figuring out how to set this up. So I am almost as in the dark as all of you as to what is coming up, except AMAIGURI. She can lurk in the shadows and giggle at us. Rightio. You got this, Blue. I will do my best. I am still concerned that my brain will go blank. My brain will go blank? One of them. Or, switch them around. Whatever works best. Let's have a look. First slide. Okay. The following pages depict the findings of a traveller who visited a far-off land during a festival. It is your job to figure out what kind of world would lead to such a festival. Do not read if you are not ready to unravel the mystery. My bank will go blank. Oh, goodness me, I hope that's not the one that winds up being true. Okay, very cryptic. Very cryptic. Okay, so it's our job to figure out what kind of world would lead to this festival that will be described, I'm sure, in a very cryptic manner over the next few slides. We are ready, people. I hope so. I'm going to need all the help you can give me. So yes, I think one way to tackle this is to let's just go through all of the slides one by one and admire to begin with, and just let it all sort of sink in. And then once we go through all of it, we can go back and we can take more time and examine things more closely. We can try to think how all of this could relate to the festival and the world, what it all means, what kind of culture, environment, politics could be behind all of this. And I have a Word document open. I'm going to be taking notes. So make sure to throw out all your thoughts at me as we go, and I'll jot everything down. And once we do that, we can get to the imagining. We can try to think of a few, fun plot lines, interesting ones, or, knowing us, a couple of devastating ones I'm sure will crop up. Anything that could happen in this world, and then maybe take a few of them that might work well together and try to stitch them together. I don't think we'll have much time to come up with characters in much detail, unfortunately, but we'll at least get a bit of a plot line going and maybe a small idea of the kind of people we'll need to make these plot lines work the best. So, yes, we're really ready. Yep, taking a sip. Yay, yay. Hee sounds amazing. I hope so, I hope so. Okay, we ready? We ready to go? Let's have a look. Oh my very goodness me, look at that. That is gorgeous. AMAIGURI, did you draw this? Well, I'll be the devil on your shoulder giving only insane ideas that very barely relate to you I have to stretch real hard for. I'm sure every idea will be incredibly helpful, whether you intend it to be or not. Oh, goodness me. This is the tilted city, because I should have read that out at the beginning, shouldn't I? Archaeology of a tilted city, which, you know, in itself just sounds like an incredible title for a novel. Archaeology of a tilted city. It does, it does. Yes, I do most of this stuff. It is so gorgeous. Oh, could we successfully turn this into a grimdark? I'm sure it's possible. Marvelous tower. It is beautiful. So, I'm looking here. Is this... It looks to be sort of built along to the edge of a cliff here. Is that right? Edge of a cliff, and there's the towers, some towers over here, and it looks like there's some threads. So is that potentially a bridge? Or is that a bugida? A budiga in the corner? I'm not quite sure what that term is. I was thinking some kind of either watchtower or part of a bridge. I'm not sure. But down here we can see more of the city. And yeah, going up here. This here, to me, you know, some kind of window or maybe a clock face. Looks like it's underground. This could be in a cave, you're right. Oh, Ren has found the COLLAB script. Ah, that's what you're talking about. Yes, yes. It is beautiful. Is this a pre-invented one? Is this a pre-invented COLLAB script, AMAIGURI? Oh dear, I've been thinking more about the COLLAB scripts and how I'd love to have one for my main magical project. I may have to hire one of my siblings to have some fun with that, maybe. Yeah, but I think you might be right. It may be underground. Maybe something else to give us some more hints as we go. There's also lots of flecks. It's like flecks of light here. Now that we've thought underground, I'm wondering if it's maybe some sort of underground lantern bug or something. Maybe. I'll have to refigure it out. I don't remember. Oh no. Might also be a valley. Could also be a valley. We'll have to look. This is so pretty. I'm guessing we're reading right to left, given these look a bit like full stops. Though, yeah, maybe completely wrong. Looks a bit like a, what is it, pound symbol? Looks a little bit like that. Oh dear, this is lovely. And so it looks like this was either, I mean, I don't know, we don't know yet sort of what time all of these artifacts, what time the traveller visited this city during the festival, but it looks like it's taped in some kind of book, so it's either a photograph or a sketch that the traveller did, and it looks like it was sent as a postcard of sorts, which is wonderful. Oh, under a war-torn land, a dwarf city, maybe. The colours don't matter, do they? Because with all the brown and the sunlight peering through, it does look underground. Yeah, I think I'm starting to lean towards, you know, underground, but maybe even, you know, underground and valley. A valley within the underground. Looks kind of semic. It is lovely. Hello, Apple Oxide. Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. Let's keep looking. And remember, we'll be going back and going over everything again and taking notes. That black bit in the middle under a cloud looks like a district. Yes, I was wondering if this is all part of the city. You can see maybe some taller structures here. And yeah, suburbs or districts of the city. Wondering if whether how divided by class we might be here, whether is this sort of lower city with working class people and this is more sort of nobility area. Oh goodness me. Let's have a look at the next slide and see what else we're working with. Oh, pretty. They're so cute. Could be an abyssal city, maybe. Oh wow. So given these designs, I'm thinking underground is definitely looking more and more likely. Just look at these guys, they're gorgeous. They're the big eyes. Big eyes, that works with underground, doesn't it? So you get as much light in there as possible. Oh, who fell into the depths? I don't know, it didn't sound like the traveller fell in. It sounded like, you know, it was intentional with them winding up here. Okay, so these people, very large eyes at the front and some slightly smaller ones on either side. So 6 eyes, 2 arms with sort of very cute stubby fingers on both of them, and legs, fox-like tails. We've got some lovely translucent wings, and oh yes, some kind of antennae. Are they antennae? The city might have fallen. That's a possibility. If the city sort of sunk into the earth, either, well, I think that would have to be a sort of a magical thing if they intentionally sort of sunk their city for various reasons. Ooh, these critters shall be transition goals of somebody. They are absolutely gorgeous. So I'm imagining the different skin colours might have something to do with, well, either naturally sort of where they were born and the environment of where they were all born, but assuming they were all sort of born and raised in this city, maybe it's got something to do with the different types of magic they've got, different variations of creatures. Yeah, I mean, oh yes, looks like this one has a slightly different, does this one have a slightly different type of tail? This one looks more sort of, maybe more like a horse tail than a fox tail. And I can't really see a tail on this one. Maybe it's hidden, and different wing. I mean, they're all the translucent wings, but slightly different shapes as well. The script looks like Futhark, but it gives me Orcam vibes. Hold up, there's a city in the background. Guessing this is more shots of the tilted city. Maybe divine retribution made the city fall. Maybe mammalian glowing bugs. It looks like it. It looks like it. I'm guessing, though I suppose we don't know anything about dimensions at the moment, do we? Maybe the city is really quite small and these creatures are quite small as well. Well, by quite small I mean scale-wise. Oh, they look like squishy plushies. They are. They look adorable. Oh dear. At the moment though, I don't think I'm going to have much luck at trying to decipher the Conlang script, sadly. It is beautiful though. I can at least tell what they mean given the very helpful arrows. Maybe they have some sort of powers based on how they look. I'm thinking that might have something to do with it. I mean, all of them do have the basically the 2 arms and the two sets of arms and 2 legs and the wings. That does make it sort of very insect-like, doesn't it? Because yes, insects with 6 legs and wings, and they have the antennae, so definitely mammalian insect people. Yeah, lovely. Shall we move on and see what else is here? Ooh, maybe they live in a subarctic climate. Maybe, is that with the they do seem to have warmer ruffs around here, and I suppose you don't know about the texture of their skin. Maybe they've got very, very fine refine further. Could there be a color-coded cased system? Maybe. Oh, I'm going to have to remember all of this. I'm trying not to take notes right now as we're just sort of soaking it all in. When we go back, I'll take as many notes as we can. Yes, let's jump to the next one. That sounds awesome, Ashley. It does. It's a great idea. Well, how'd I go the wrong way? I clicked the arrow. Okay, here we are. Here we are. Wow. Okay, so we've got all clothes here. We've got, oh, these bugs making lanterns. So that's good. All these lovely, lovely outfits, aren't they? So it's sort of various long swishy skirts and looks like a tunic style sort of top. And here, these look almost like flower-like skirts. I've got the boots here. There's that outfit. A lot of these ones look, well, this one in particular looks quite upper class to me. Or, you know, it looks pretty dramatic. Oh, carrying the lanterns on the tails. That's so cool. Oh, I'm behind. So, same script as previously. Yes. Oh, watching Cars with friends the other day, and we ended up wondering if there was a tier list of salients and asking if different things had a vote. What I'm asking is which of them would have a vote. Okay. Who would vote? I suppose that's something to think about, or whether there is a voting system. Might be different political system. I'm not sure yet. At the moment, looking at the dress and all of that, I'm wondering more if it's quite a strong sort of lean on the aristocracy and noble houses sort of ruling, but I'm not sure. I love how the tail's poking out here. So convenient and so cute. I'm tying the bow about it. Do they all have forearms? It's looked like it so far. It seems they do. We've got the, yeah, I think they all have two sets of one set of legs, and one set of wings. Dragon tail. Oh, are they dragon tail? I thought they might have been foxtails, but maybe they're more dragon-like. Do they make their lanterns from those bugs in the corner? I think that must be what's going on here. Not sure. Is this some kind of color palette? I mean, this sort of almost looks like a quill here. And these leaves or petals. So I'm wondering if that's sort of to signify importance of literature, maybe? Or even if this is sort of a popular color palette. The arrows do suggest the lanterns are used for bugs. The voting question wasn't saying, me from being facetious, do not take me seriously. Oh my god, they enslaved fireflies. The fireflies do not have a vote. Probably not. Where do the fireflies come from? I am thinking, in the way of thinking, the fireflies might have always been there, because I'm just going to jump back to the beginning again. Excuse me. Too far. Because I thought this might have looked like lots of fireflies flying around, so they may be native to the caves, perhaps. Well, you know, say fireflies. It is some kind of light bug. Oh, are they drawn into existence? I don't know, maybe. The blue one wears a lantern on their hand. Yeah, they're holding the lantern. This one has it on the tail. But I think I'm more leaning towards that just being a certain type of preference. Like maybe this person prefers to keep all hands free, whereas this person doesn't mind having one for walking stick and one for the lantern. Although this indicates if this person needs a walking stick, maybe how good are these wings for flying? Maybe they're not great for flying, I don't know. This is actually an allegory for the colonization of native peoples. The fireflies are the natives and the forearm characters of the colonist descendants. Final answer. Everything's a possibility. Can we assume they live like humans? Like they just happen to live in a fantasy-like setting but live plain lives. That's a possibility. We have to remember as well that this is during a festival, so we have to try to work out the festival that's happening here. So maybe these are all sort of very traditional dresses that are donned during the festival. And if we're specifically being drawn attention to the firefly lanterns, maybe it's some kind of light festival. A festival of lights, something. The wings look small. Yeah, they are. Do we know? Maybe they can't support the weight. Or maybe, wings used to be bigger and they used to fly more, but if they've come underground for whatever reason and they can't fly as well in their cities, maybe the wings have gotten smaller over time. But their eyes do look sort of developed for the darkness. But again, maybe they started on the outside and they've been underground for a long time. Oh, wait, my bad. The yellow one shows their tail. Oh, yes, there it is. And here. Wait, scale. These guys are itty-bitty if those fireflies are our fireflies. I think, no, the fireflies here don't look, they look roughly the same size scale-wise, I think, as fireflies to humans would be. But again, can't be sure. Let's keep going, because remember we'll be spending a lot more time with each of these as we go. I am wondering now, but specifically about a light festival or a lantern festival. And just imagine how spectacular that'll look if the tilted city is underground. You also need to think more about the tilted aspect, I think. Like what that means for maybe not specifically for the festival, but for the culture and the world. And maybe, it is tilted because it was magically brought underground. We don't know. Maybe the shrinking of wings was a part of divine retribution. Maybe if their flight was taken from them. But, the wings left as a painful reminder or something like that. Doesn't look like the lantern is made from an entire firefly, just the light organ. So you don't think it's it's a lantern jar with a bunch of fireflies sort of flying around in it? I wondered. I didn't think these two were matching to scale. I thought this was just showing the big size of the light bug, and this showing a lantern with a bunch of small light bugs in there, but that is only Blue's thought. We will see. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, okay. It's like some kind of a cycle of some kind. Wait, now I see there's a bunch of bugs in the lamp. Okay. So, okay. So, not sure what this is up here. For a minute I thought it looked like a bunny rabbit head. Once again, the curly script. I know, and I am having a bit of a blank on the script. Need to think about that more. Blood. Could be blood. Be blood. So maybe the culture is more in line with East Asian festivals. If it East Asian culture, if it involves lantern festivals, maybe yes. Oh God, let's look at the background. It's upside down English. Oh goodness me, is it? Oh, I can't turn it upside down. Oh dear. Oh no. So is it the we don't talk about the English. Okay, I won't pay attention to the English. Shall we ignore the English? Okay. Well, this is all definitely looking like blood splatters now. So, Oh, we also have pretty flowers taped in there, so I'm guessing these were collected. These were collected there. So again, it looks like blood is collected from some kind of animal. I mean, again, it looks like a bunny rabbit head, but with sort of quills. It's maybe like an echidna or a hedgehog or something. And the blood is collected in this lovely glowing pot and then poured on the flower. Oh, are these the flowers? So maybe is this the only way to get these flowers to grow when they're underground, is with some sort of blood sacrifice? Oh, goodness me. Lantern plant. Well, it is glowing the same way the bugs are. Divine cloud bunny. It is a divine cloud bunny. Yes, both the jug and the flower are glowing the same way the light bugs do. So if it is some kind of, related to the light for the festival, is this sort of a cultural festival where they collect the blood required for these plants to grow? I'm still wondering about the connection between the well, it could just be the jug and the plant. They're both glowing because they've both come into contact with this sort of sacred blood. I keep trying to pause you because I only watch you at this time through VODs. An ecosystem's using blood instead of water, maybe. At least for these specific plants, and I'm guessing the plants are related to the bugs. Is that a silverfish? Does look a little silverfishy. Sky Bunny Genocide Festival. They probably have a slightly more uplifting name for it. Looking over here too. More of the indication of plants and flowers. I mean, I'm guessing this is a sample of these flowers. Well, either the possibilities could be the bugs are sort of born of the flowers, or maybe the bugs require these flowers to the nectar or something from them to glow. But they only grow with this special kind of blood. And if they only sort of collect it during this festival, maybe it's the only time this creature is around. Yeah, maybe the plant has something to do with the festival, like poinsettias, sorry. What if it's about a cycle of life energy flow? Maybe gods fuel humans, humans fuel earth, earth fuels gods. Maybe that could very much work with the cycle. We sort of set on this being some kind of god being now, which is a little disturbing, but maybe it's a willing sacrifice, because we don't really see anyone sort of making the cut. Maybe it's a willing offering. But how will that tie in with our thoughts of the people being banished underground? I don't know, maybe it's a god who took pity on them. Judging from the pictograms, yes, it is very, very cycle-y. We go with that. Okay. Remember, keep all of this in mind, and we'll go back through again and try to take as many notes as possible. I'm sure there's going to be something really useful in the conlang. My head is just blanking completely. All I'm doing is looking at this one and saying that looks a little like the kanji for middle, and that looks a little like the symbol for the English pound, but I don't think that's particularly helpful from me, is it? Yes, we definitely have blood splatter here. Blood splatter and flowers and glowing things. Okay, next page. Ooh, more of the lanterns, more blood in goblets. Oh, goodness me. Are we all partaking? Are we all drinking it? Is this like a hanging veil or a cape or a curtain? We've got the light bug on it again. Blood, so much blood. We've got a candle here too, and looks like the flowers around it, and these are sort of hanging garlands that the lanterns are from. The bunny god is sacrificed by the other gods every year to remind them of what sin they committed by helping the punished people, maybe. Maybe. Goodness me, you guys are full of good ideas. Can someone dribble some of that in my crate? Definitely a dead bunny. Oh goodness me, yes. That creature has been quartered. Look at that. A quartered creature. But it kind of looks like it's tied together with, looks like this curtain or veil. Sorry if I'm calling it a curtain, and it's something far more meaningful than that. So we know now it's about death. Yes, death is related to this festival. It does look like... Well, there's different types of goblets here, different shapes. Do we think that could have some kind of significance? What creature got axe spikes and many legs or hairs, weakly bits? I suppose there's always the possibility that when this god creature dies, it can sort of, I don't know, what's the term? Separate out into other creatures? I don't know. Oh, is this for scale? Is this a size of the creature and this is the size of the cute bug people, and this is the size of the sacrificed creature? In which case, it's pretty big. It's pretty big. Oh, the bunny, what falling into the city marks the beginning of the festival, maybe. The bunny god falling into the city near the festival. Maybe. This is a made-up creature and I'm chasing dreams. Maybe this particular creature has significance. Yes, that's for scale. Thank you, sorry. I need to double check these things. I was still wondering whether it is a sort of a god and it's sacrificed over and over, but it sort of regenerates each time, maybe. And it's the same creature being sacrificed each time, maybe. That script in the bottom looks like pictograms. Is it possible that it's a proto-script that evolved into the other two? Oh. Well, you're definitely far better to assess conlang scripts than I am. I think the most of a conlang script I ever looked at was Tolkien Runes. Oh, I'm getting vibes from that one Bloodborne boss battle. I have not played Bloodborne and probably never will. It looks ruthless. It gets cooked afterwards and makes for a delicious meal. Ooh, yum. The creature maybe is the children of the god who helped the people of the Tilted City. Children or the child, maybe. Maybe. Goodness me, we're going to have a lot of notes to take here, aren't we? Maybe it'll be a challenge when we think about some plot lines to try to think of a plot line that's not devastating to do with this festival. Something maybe not pleasant, but at least, quiet and, make it everyday sort of, but still very interesting. It's ruthless but fair. Fair enough. I'm still wondering whether the different shapes of the goblets and the lanterns have any meaning, or if it's for aesthetics. Well, we're definitely all drinking blood. Oh, okay, so... Sorry, random thought. So we're pouring it on the flower, and that's helping the flowers to grow and potentially nourish the bugs. But if we're drinking it as well, is that what's sort of giving us our powers and our glow, our people? Maybe. Possibly it could be what's sort of adapting us for the underground life. I mean, if it's because of that the flowers and such exist down here, maybe it's also what's helping us to exist. Sorry, we are now the people. Ah, not the button I pressed. maybe a plot about stopping the sacrifices, maybe. But then there's the question, if we stop the sacrifices, do we die out as a civilization? And is that worth it? Is that okay, given, you know, maybe if we need this to survive, maybe it's better that we just don't survive or something. Maybe this festival has some tragic parts to it. I'm guessing so. I'm guessing so. And I'm guessing, given we've also got some scaled diagrams here, in particular, that this... I keep wanting to call it a curtain. Maybe it's a sort of veil to another side or something. But it's quite large as well. And I was still wondering, you know, it looks sort of similar to what seems to be tying these pieces together. Let's keep in mind that the Cape flag, the chalices and the candles are the only things that are named on the picture, and the animal, but that's the proto-script. Okay. Well, that could also indicate that the creature is a lot older than everything else, maybe. As in ridiculously ancient. Maybe they rise to the surface after. Maybe. Maybe. It's just, it does seem very undergroundy, but we are seeing an awful lot of the plants as well, so I am still in the way of thinking that it's the blood that is sort of keeping all the natural life down here going. Looks like curtain. Now is curtain. Okay, let's keep browsing. Let's have a look. Ooh, this looks like a ball. It's a party. It's a dance party. Okay, so this is bringing many of these things together. This actually looks like quite a fancy party. Fancy party where we are drinking blood. Someone has spilt their blood on the table and all over the floor by the look. Are they skating in blood? Ooh. Hi, hello Liam B. Lovely to see you. Welcome to apparently the blood ball. There seems to be blood everywhere. What a bloody party. Indeed. Ooh. Oh dear, I'm probably going to pronounce this very badly. C'est un danse macabre. It rains blood. There is blood everywhere. Yeah, I probably should have expected this from you, AMAIGURI, shouldn't I? Oh, goodness me. They are skating in blood. I don't want to go to them anymore. No, so... Yeah. Yes, definitely should have expected this from you. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. So we have people skating in blood everywhere in their nice fancy clothes, drinking blood on the tables. I'm wondering if there's huge significance to the candle. I mean, probably, but I'm still wondering if it's just related to it being some sort of light festival, or maybe if it's not specifically a light festival, there's definitely light as a result of whatever goes on here. May that be a bloody version of the Holy Festival. Holy Festival? Holy Festival. Oh, should we use Amati's blood magic system? Oh, it definitely looks like there's blood magic going on here. You know, that Indian festival where they throw paint at each other. Oh, I remember that. I did not know the name, but I do remember seeing about that. Maybe. Although at the moment they don't look absolutely splattered in blood. It just looks... Well, this gentleman seems to... Gentleman? Friend. Do not know yet. This friend seems to be enjoying themselves skating and getting covered in it. I am still wondering about the significance of the curtains, like what lies behind there. Like, is behind there where the sacrifice is, maybe? Maybe, yeah, it's through there. But there's the two there. I mean, there's one up here as well, but I'm wondering if, you know, people go in here, maybe, you know, take part in some way in the sacrifice and then come out and party. mean, that would kind of work with the cycle idea as well. Oh, Amai's blood magic system. Yes, yes. Is the yellow stuff plants on the floor? It does look like the leaves and the flowers. And so I'm still in the way of thinking that the blood sacrifice is required for the plants to grow, maybe for us to exist down here. Let's just have a look at the clothes here for a minute. I'm wondering if we can sort of see any relationship between the types of clothes and the festival that's going on here, or the environment that we're living in. It looks like they're either very, very bright or very, very subdued. And don't know whether there's specific reasons for that at the moment. Oh, maybe leaves. Yes, it does look very leafy, and so do the ones up here holding the lanterns. And they're over the windows and all over the walls. It looks like the blood is pretty much everywhere as well. Just had the random thought as well, you know, they go in, participate in the sacrifice, pour some on the garden out there, maybe bring out a bunch more flowers and a few goblets of blood, toss one of the goblets out, they down the other one, and they scatter the flowers around and dance. So this is all sounding very, very brutal and not very considerate of the sacrifice. It all seems very lively in spite of the sacrifice. So So either they're very bloodthirsty, which is possible, or it is sort of related to you know, how they could have gotten down there, and it's a I'm still thinking it could be a repeated sacrifice, as in the same creature being sacrificed over and over, the same. Well, here we are. Fairy eat it. The purple points on the plants, the fruits, or are those just cool color accents? I don't know. They might be fruit. Might be fruit. Because at the moment, the only thing we've seen them eating or drinking so far is blood. But then again, maybe that's all they need. Oh, the curtain is a symbol of participation. The festival, maybe. Yes, I think that could be what's going on. Maybe like the St. Bridget cross. Okay. Stepped out to grab dinner while we had a murder dance party. I think you got to ask AMAIGURI that. This sprang from her mind. Oh, why is he the only purple one? We have been wondering briefly about why these people might have different colours, or wondering whether it could be a caste system of sorts. But given they're all at this party and seem to be interacting together, I'm not sure. I suppose it could indicate something to do with the profession they might go into, or again something to do with their abilities, although we haven't seen evidence of magic so far. Howdy, what have I missed so far? Well, we're dancing in blood. That wasn't exactly what I expected to do this morning, but there you are. We're dancing in blood. And I think we sacrificed a creature, perhaps a god, behind these curtains, and then came out and started having a dance party. Oh, do you think the festival is celebrating their victory towards something they fought in a distant past? That would explain the levity and the blood. That would explain the levity and the blood. Yeah, we'll have to start threading all this together soon, won't we? Ooh, a lot. Yes, you missed a lot, Hulk, guys. Sorry. It's okay. I think there's only one slide after this one, and then we'll jump back to the beginning and go through it again, and I'll take some notes this time. Ooh, maybe we're all wrong and it's been wine all along. Probably not. It could be wine. It could be wine. I believe AMAIGURI is very happy for us to interpret this however we interpret it. I don't think there is a set, you know. I think whatever we decide is what happened. Really. Oh. TLDR, insect people seem to have a blood sacrifice festival. Indeed. Indeed. Fairy stew. Ooh. Yum. Yum. Fairy stew. And it seems to be related to some kind of cloud bunny. What a bloody midnight I've had. Well, I hope at least it's an enjoyable bloody midnight. Let's aim for the same level of levity as these lovely folk. Should probably think of a placeholder race name for them. Because I'm just calling them us right now. We are these people. And just now my street lamp is turned off. Darkness, I see darkness. You are bathed in the light of the blood party. Red Kool-Aid Festival, oh no. So long as we don't go along to the don't drink the Kool-Aid, hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully this isn't the festival to end the civilization and they're doing it intentionally. That's very dark. But interesting. Nods, nods, nods. Whatever you believe in your heart must be its true meaning. Well, we have very bloody hearts, it seems. As do you, AMAIGURI. Oh, festival Oranzedi. Oh, this is a collective Rorschach. I can't pronounce anything today. Test. Whatever we get from these slides is the personality type of this channel. I thought we already knew the personality type of this channel, and it's evident in every brainstorming stream we've had so far, and it is dark. So hopefully my main magical project will help cheer some of you up a little bit, although it does get very dark eventually, but it starts off pretty cheerful. True. Tailwinged, maybe. Bloodbath. Oh, it is definitely a bloodbath. There is... Yep, they're skating in it, they're drinking it, they're bathing it. It's a bloodbath. We can call the people bug buddies. Death is everywhere. How about blood bug buddies? Blood buddies. Isn't that a thing already? Blood buddies? I think that's like blood brothers or something, isn't it? But buddies. Oh dear. Well, whatever this festival is, it's brutal. Death is everywhere. And lots of pretty flowers and lovely lights. Okay, let's have a look at the last slide and then we'll go back to the beginning and start taking some intensive notes. Death is everywhere, at least on this channel. Okay, now it's your turn. What kind of world do you think this is? Savage! Brutal! Lively! What kind of stories does it hold? Thanks for collabing with me. You are so very welcome. We've had a lovely time so far. We're bathed in blood, so that's always a good start to a party, apparently. Yes. Ooh. By the way, anyone who doesn't know, this lovely person here is Alisair. Alisair, who AMAIGURI is her handler. And so, Alisair is the one who presents AMAIGURI's videos. And she is wonderful, and a wonderful main character in AMAIGURI's incredible stories, of which I have not read as much as I would have liked yet, but what I have read is so enthralling. So that's another thing all of you have to look forward to once they are all released. Let's jump back to the beginning. Oh, there we are. Oh no, I'm behind. I wonder if these creatures have some kind of leader or ruler of some kind. Ooh, what if that thing they sacrificed is their leader or ruler? I'm just sort of thinking along the lines of Final Fantasy X now, and someone becoming this creature for them to sacrifice or something like that. That might be a bit much, but it's a thought. We can probably pop that down. Have we discussed how insects in real life usually do not have red blood cells? Not sure if it's relevant to this thing, but if it is relevant, then they're not killing their own people, maybe. At least we have some idea in the mythology. Ooh. How do you spell that name? Yes, AMAIGURI's up here in the chat. Oh, you mean Alisair? I can't think off the top of my head how to spell it because I cannot think, as you've noticed. Where are we? I mean, this is, as a compliment, that presenter character looks like the internet will call them baby girl. I still can't remember how to spell Alisair. Oh, after they kill someone. Well, as far as I've gathered, Arlissa is indeed a little bit of an assassin, or at least a very, very competent person in the art of ending lives. Oh, I forgot there are 2 characters on the channel, sort of. Oh, Crayfish, if Arlissa got called baby girl, I would be so happy. Arlissa has a lot of letters, I don't blame you. I mean, I guess I called Arlissa baby girl directly. Drew them in a very baby girl pose in those slides. It's beautiful. I love Arlissa. I can't wait to learn more about her. But right now, we have a job to do. I hired a baby killer. Well, as in, she is the baby and she is the killer, as opposed to she kills babies. I'm not sure technically what Arlissa's position is on killing babies. I'm pretty sure it will be very, very much no, unless a particular person told her to do it, maybe. But that is not for me to say. That is for Creative Fish to say. Oh, hello, Kelp. Lovely to see you. I think she'd do both, to be frank. Okay. Oh, baby girl is Alice's new nickname. Okay, let's have a look at the city again. Let's have a look at the Tilted City and see what we can figure out. So, you can't convince me otherwise. Okay. New canon, Arlissa is baby girl. It's done. It's said. There's nothing AMAIGURI can do about it. Sorry. Well, hello, Neko Heiko. Lovely to see you. You're early today, Blue. Yes. This is now. I've been going for about an hour and a half now. And so, oh no, not an hour and a half, just an hour. Just an hour, that's good. I confused myself for a second. But yes, new time. And reasonably regular around this time. Possibly slightly earlier from now on. But yes, new time. You'll notice Blue is not yawning, and it's marvelous. So, yes, if you want to know who Arlissa is, subscribe to AMAIGURI. You will find out. My eyes are burning. Oh dear. Okay, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Let's gaze upon the city. We are gazing. I'm pretty sure we're underground here. It looks like, well, either the whole thing is underground, or they are right on the edge of the underground, and I don't know, but where is the sacrifice happening? Is it up here? Is this sort of party area or something, or do they all sort of go down here, down into deeper caverns for the partying and the bloodbath and the sacrifices? Okay, so I'm just going to take a few notes. Sadly, you won't be able to see me do them, but once we're finished going through the slides and taking notes again, I'll bring up my notes properly, and we can start to go through them and figure out some plot lines, and, well, before that, probably just more about the culture and the people. So it's the Tilted Sea, and it's either underground or, right up against the underground. I have to walk my fish. Well, I hope they enjoy the walk. On the topic of yawning, it's us Europeans yawning now. I'm sorry. I do wish I could stream at a time that was good for everyone. Maybe they're holding the party in the top left building. This does look sort of more fancy, castle-y, whereas this might be where most people sort of live. Still looking at all these lines here. I'm wondering if it's are these power lines? Do you think? Some kind of power lines with, maybe the blood just doesn't just, make the flowers grow and everything. Maybe it powers everything too. And maybe leading up to the festival, everything was sort of running out of power, and now everything's charged up again, and that's one of the reasons for the party. But the fish doesn't have legs. Uh-oh. What's walking? Right. It doesn't quite work just reading the chat out as is, does it? It's a little haphazard. I think I figured out the script evolution timeline. First the pictograms from the name of the creature from picture 4, and then the curvy one, pictures 1 and 3, and then the sharp one, 2 and 4. Yeah, I think... Yeah, so either they're ones from different... They're all related to each other. Yes, there's the evolution timeline, that's right. Dear. Oh dear. Need to think. So do they host that festival for the whole kingdom? Or is it just a select few? Maybe it's just the high and mighty that get to actually participate. But I'm guessing it winds up sort of powering the whole city. Maybe it's an honor to be called upon to be part of the sacrifice. Ooh, there had to be progressively more writing, and the script had to get progressively simpler. Walking is falling forward in a controlled manner to go forward. Final answer. Okay, I need to get some notes down. There's also a possibility that the curvy one stuck around for some reason, like in Latin we have the big and small letters. Maybe. Even if you do escape from them, Craig, what then? What will you do once you're out? Okay, so what are we seeing? What are we seeing here? So it's a city, and at least the I'm pointing at the screen. You can't see me pointing. A lot of the city, at least the sort of fancier, more castle-like part of the city, looks like it's tilted, slanting down quite a steep cliff. Why can't I spell? Because I'm a writer. For goodness sake. Aristocratic. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. At least you could guess what I meant. Oh, your dog's name is Fish. The universe makes sense again. Aristocratic part of the city looks to slope at a steep angle down the cliff towards a ravine. Okay, so what's the general consensus here? Do you think the whole city is underground? Or do you think these parts of the city are above ground and there is something significant down in the caverns? Do we think it's all underground? Or maybe it's another method of case segregation. High case get educated to write in this old luxury curvy, and the lower case use the sharp one because they have to use something. Okay, it's very possible. I think they exploded the ceiling. Oh, okay. Okay. It's all underground. It's all underground. Okay. I think they exploded. So do you think if they're all underground and maybe there is a big hole in the roof? Did I make it? Hi, Reaper. Hello. We've only been going for about an hour. We've been through everything once, but we've gone back we're right at the beginning again, and we're just taking some notes this time. Oh, I'm thinking all in the cave system at least. They use lanterns permanently since they get little sunlight. Am I late? Only a little late, Angie. We started about an hour ago, but the way we're doing it, I don't think it really matters because you haven't missed anything because we're going back through everything again to take notes this time. So we'll be going over all the ideas we've thought of and trying to get an idea of this culture, this festival, this world, this environment, everything. Need to think more about politics. Yay, hi Mooney. Hi Reba! Lovely to see you. Maybe someone smart from the lowercase invented the sharp script because they weren't allowed to use the curvy one. Hiragana was literally invented so the Japanese women could write. Okay. So, I should just organize my notes a little better from the beginning and do, city and environment. And let's do one for probably don't need to say writing scripts, but that just makes it easier for me for some reason. Oh, I wish I set my alarm to go about now so I could have gotten more sleep. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Elfie. It's Yeah. I mean, at least now that I'm just doing the one stream a week at roughly this time, hopefully I'll have my, for want of a better word, schedule out much earlier, and you'll be able to decide whether it's a stream you really want to watch live or whether you can watch it another time or just give it a miss. Because sleep's important, as you keep telling me. Okay, writing script. So it looks like 3 different kinds of script. This is worth it though. Sorry, I need to keep trying to move the heart. I wish I could move the lovely little heart just so we can see it better. Now this is the one I couldn't miss. It has been wonderful so far, and that's all thanks to AMAIGURI's incredible work here. It's just wonderful. Thank you so much for putting so much work into this. Is Jellybean bald? I don't know. Is Jellybean bald? Sleep is optional. You just get debuffed if you forego. Yeah, but how much debuffing can you take? Oh, 1 week midnight entertainment doesn't hurt, right? You're the only one who'll be able to tell us that. You want to do open heart surgery and move it somewhere. The YouTuber has never said that in my chat before. Oh well, we have a lively chat. I do love our chat. What's that? That's like from The Incredibles, isn't it? And then call me when you get back, darling. I enjoy our chats. Edna mode. He has a wig. Oh. A jelly bean that is bald with a wig. I can think. Thinking is a thing that Blue can do. Okay, writing scripts. I'm just jumping backwards slightly to look at these notes. Paste segregation, question mark. High educated in bold luxury curly writing. Lowercase, use the sharp one. That's good. Good thoughts. Good thoughts. I'm looking at the city. I'm still thinking these could all be some kind of magical power lines, maybe. Okay. Well, brackets, magical power lines draped around the city. And we had decided, it was all underground, potentially a large hole in the ceiling. And I'm wondering about this deeper area. Like maybe that's where they go to capture the creature, or that's where the god creature lurks or lives. I'm still wondering whether the god creature was one of them initially that became the creature in, Final Fantasy X Sin style. Oh, when you get to 2 hours, let's find so. Get 2 hours more fun, so 6 is even better. It is. You could do that. That could work. Let's. Potentially a large hole in the ceiling. What's in the ravine? God creature? Question mark. What is the god creature? Question mark. The deeper part is the abyss. What's in the ravine / abyss? And it still looks like there's lots of light bugs flying around the city. Bugs flying around the city act as a light source. It could be an expedition that they do as a tradition, and the only survivor becomes a new god creature. Goodness me. So, yeah, if they all sort of volunteer to go on this sort of expedition quest, and a lot of them go because it's a challenge, and the one to make it, goodness me, that's good. I'm just going to make, again, you can't see what I'm doing right now, but make a section for god creature theories. Ooh, the big question on my mind is, what is that square in the writing in picture 1? I think it's an indication at the beginning of a proper name, likely the city. So you mean, is it on this page, sorry? Or I know you want to sort of correct me. Bye bye, do your best. Thank you so much, Liam B. Thank you for being here. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you have enjoyed it. Oh, but that theory only holds up if they don't mention any proper names in picture 3. Yeah, I don't know. I should have paid more attention and given the pictures numbers in my head. Oh dear. So, just while we're talking about it here, the god creature theories. So, is the god creature originally one of the people from the city? Potentially an expedition into the abyss, like a voluntary sacrifice, and the final survivor that reaches whatever becomes the god creature. Oh, you too. Thank you, Liam B. Thank you. Potentially. But then we were wondering a little bit about how this city came to be down here. Yeah, what were some of our thoughts on that? It was some sort of divine punishment, and we're thinking that could be why their wings might not work very well anymore. Why is the tilted city underground? So what are people's theories on that? Why do you think the tilted city is underground? Do you think it was built here originally? Do you think it was sort of, forced here by magic as some kind of punishment? Do you think the bug people, keep saying we, do you think the bloody buggy people sort of did it themselves to escape something, or maybe to be closer to the first god creature or something? Oh dear. They exploded the floor first, and now it's the exploded ceiling. Oh, many explosions. I won't be able to stay long, sadly. That's okay. You stay as long as you're able, as long as you want. People are busy. And if you're interested in seeing how things go, the VOD will be there. Maybe they had to run away from something on the surface. Maybe. What if the first entity crashed into the world, creating the pit? Maybe. Okay, let's get some of this down. Okay. Sorry. So, did the first god creature crash into the world, creating the pit? Well, if they did that, that would have made the hole in both the ceiling and the ravine. So we were wondering about some kind of divine punishment because of the wings being smaller. Hi, I'm back. Hello! Lovely to see you back. The city was maybe punished for having forbidden knowledge and fell down after the god punished them. Well, hello, Kayume. If they're bug-sized to protect themselves from the rain or predators. That's a maybe. We still don't know much about. But we know that to scale, the sort of little light bugs seem to be roughly the same scale as bugs to people in the real world. But again, it could be much smaller, and the bug people quite small. Does that mean they live on its corpse? Maybe. Usually anyone would prefer to live on the surface unless those creatures are just wired biologically to prefer underground environments. Oh, goodness me. There's so many thoughts. I think we've got to sort of narrow ourselves down to a bit of a small consensus. I suppose we don't really need to. Now I realise I just decided the city... the city of Goodabad and Genshin Impact. You know I do not play Genshin Impact. I'm sorry, I'm not going to get the references. Everyone else might though, so definitely use them. there are many more resources above the ground. But maybe they've found that the sacrifice of the god creatures can sort of give them all the fuel they need for pretty much everything. It looks like it gives them their light. It makes the plants grow. It might give them magic or other abilities by drinking it. It might power things. I'm still thinking these could be power lines. Or maybe the atmosphere is also toxic to regular bug folk. Maybe. And these are only specific ones who are able to live here, the ones who have come down. Oh, maybe they are runners living in some kind of catacombs. Scribed, don't worry about it. Okay, I think. Okay. So potentially punished in the city, you know, forced underground by a creature. I just really think they're forced to live underground. But then they've come to deal with it very well if they're having, you know, the bloodbath parties. Well, not deal with it well. Deal with it. And at least they're enjoying it, I guess. I just noticed there's lots of dots in the script. Some of them may be diacritics, but some may be word separators. Yeah, you're right. Here's one. One is some are dots and some are circles. Wonder if that has something to do with it. Oh, the writing on the wall looks like a code. I think that's the Conlang script for this world, but there seem to be several varieties of it. Unfortunately, Blue is abysmal with Conlang scripts, but chat seems to be doing quite well picking things up from it. Where maybe the script is in AMAIGURI. I think I just need to pause for just a minute. Sorry, I've just got to run away for hopefully no more than 1 minute, and I will be right back. Sorry. So keep discussing among yourselves what you think, and I'll have a quick squiz back through the chat when I get back, because I need to get to writing more notes. I'm sure I'm just enjoying listening to all of the ideas you have, and I'm not getting enough down. But I will be right back. Sorry. Hello, I'm back. Oh no, someone get her, she's getting away with the stream. Tuttle. Oh, sorry, let her hide. It's gonna get chips. I wish I'd gotten chips, but I don't want to crunch anything on the microphone that no one's prepared for. Good. She's actually heating up and hydrating her human skin. It's probably shrunk a little. Getting more papers. Probably had to get some more blood herself to maintain her human form. Yeah, I'm afraid it's nothing that interesting. Oh, I have until 9:30. It's 8 p.m. for me. Oh yes, I don't know. I don't know how long we're going to go. I know can't go past 2:30 for me because that's when I need to leave to pick up the small one. And it's 11:50 for me now. So we've got heaps of time if we need to take all that time. We will see. Cute. Welcome back. Thank you. I need to go to bed before 6 a.m. in 4 hours and 10 minutes. Well, we're not going to be going for another 4 hours, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully no more than... I wouldn't be able to do more than another 2.5 at the most. So you should probably keep taking notes. Take the notes. Take the notes. So, as to why the city is underground. Potentially punished city forced underground by God or a god creature. Ooh, I'm kind of lucky. Lectures start at 1 p.m. Yeah, so you can have a bit of a sleep in. That's a very lucky, I guess. Excuse me, sorry. I was just thinking I haven't thought about what they were punished for yet. Ooh. 9:30, I'll have to leave stairs in PM hours. I want to sleep now, but also not. Well, you could see if, you can doze off a little bit. I mean, we've already been discussing a lot that's going on in this festival, very interesting city. But yes, if you need to sleep, please sleep. Of course, I'd love it for you to be here, but I also love for you not to pass out at school tomorrow. Oh, dearie me. So, what were they punished for? Oh, I've most definitely fallen asleep midstream and woken up an hour later, still midstream. It's 5 for me, so hee hee. I am glad it's a better time for a lot of you, but I am, again, so sorry to those of you who it is a far worse time for. I just had the thought, maybe it's the god creature who punished them, and he forced them down here, but the creature forced them down here, but in doing so sort of, used up so much of their ability that then they fell through the ceiling and into the abyss. And it's that creature, the one that punished them, that they keep sacrificing again and again, and one of them becomes it each time, but I just need to figure out how that works, maybe. Oh, there are 2 options that come to my mind. Either they got punished for skipping the ritual or for performing the ritual. Maybe your avatar is cute. Thank you so much. Thank you. I like blue. Hopefully you did not hear my horrendous neck crack when I moved then. Oh, they may be punished for making some kind of invention that rivaled the gods in power. Maybe. Or maybe, yeah, for, sorry, thinking claps. Oh, these creatures better have delicious meals for this special bloody occasion. I suppose they could always eat the carcass of the god creature. That sounds like something they'd do. I mean, insects are known to, eat far larger things and sort of nibble off them, sort of, aren't they? That sounds like can't you just see all these little colored people swarming the corpse and devouring it? And, maybe it's such a refined event, only the aristocracy are able to partake in this feast. Fish off the car. Fish is off the car. Fish being a dog. Fish is a dog. Like food stalls and festival. Exactly. Only bold diet during the festival. Well, but I guess the first of my theories is more probable. Remember that we saw a blood cycle on picture 3, but that may just be bias of believing a religion based on cycles and dualism myself. You're right, I hadn't thought about religion really yet, how that all works. I mean, we've talked about god creatures. And, you know, sacrificing a god creature is actually, you know, pops up a bit in religion, doesn't it? Maybe a new god creature is made when they eat an egg sac or something, like wasps laying eggs in spiders. Oh, he gone. Bye, fish. I was once the body insects ate from. Got real bad road rash as a kid when I ate concrete. I stayed at the park and the flies were landing and eating at my wound. Doesn't sound great. That sounds pretty icky. The fairies. Fairies? I'm discussing. Okay. So, sorry, just jumping back. So, fairy godparents. Fairy godparents! Sorry, that was too loud and unexpected. Sorry. I feel disgusting. Sorry, I feel like and I'm probably not going quiet too much. You're probably sick of hearing me talk by now, but trying to pull stuff together in my head. And given, you know, it takes me, you know, a decade to write one story, this is a bit of a challenge. Did I want me to say? You just paused you again. I just paused you again. You're not a bot. Oh no, your voice is so lovely, Mooney. That's so sweet of you to say. Thank you. Oh, you should have more subs. You're good at being a VTuber. That's so lovely. That's so lovely of you to say. Thank you. I'm happy with slow growth. I think I mentioned last time if I suddenly got a large number of subscribers and viewers, I may panic a little bit. I mean, it would be lovely to grow, but I think slow growth is safest and healthiest for my state of mind. No, I'm not sick. That's good. Well, you're welcome. Your voice is ASMR to me. I'm glad. And I suppose it's a good sign. I watched maybe 5 minutes or so at a random point of last stream because I just wanted to sort of hear what you guys were hearing. And I didn't cringe myself stupid. I was okay. You know, I even giggled a few times at myself, which I guess is a good sign. I guess it's similar to liking your own writing. I guess, like, not being completely put off by hearing yourself talk. I thought I did sound a little bit higher than I think I sound in real life, but I think that's just related to how ears work. You'd explode. I might explode if I suddenly had lots and lots of followers. I mean, it would be wonderful. It would be wonderful, and I'd probably be encouraged to get my stories out quicker. But then they might come out, you know, not as good. So trying to take my time while not taking forever. Oh yeah, I get that. That didn't say you'd throw up if you got popular. I did say I could potentially throw up, or at least, you know, feel that dry heave in there. Oh, yes, back on topic. Thank you, Ashley. I think the curvy script is read from right to left, from top to bottom, and the sharp script from top to bottom, right to left, so opposite of Japanese. I'll pop that down in the writing script section I've got. Okay, curvy script, right to left, top to bottom, sharp script, top to bottom, left, right. Double meaning. Can't wait to release your stuff. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I always look forward to another one of your Tappers tunes. I do enjoy reading your comics. Oh, why is his name fleeing my mind? Nero. I look forward to Nero. I generally see in Discord when you release it and I jump on it straight away. It's my only subscription in Tappers right now, honestly. I read most of my stuff on Webtoons, but there's only a couple that I still read anyway. Oh, Timmy is an average kid that no one understands. Indeed. Oh my gosh, thank you. You're so welcome. It deserves praise. It's wonderful. I love your art style. There will be people who continue the chant. I should probably stop just trying to read all of chat out. I think I'm getting a bit confused, but I'll still try to read out as much as I can. Okay, so reason for punishment, potentially either performed or forgot to perform the ritual, and you thought it was more likely they forgot or chose not to. Like maybe by choosing not to do it, and that caused the god creature to punish them. So maybe before it happened they were trying to rebel against the savagery of it or something, and now they've completely embraced it. Oh, my magical product's name is shit just got magical right. It is. It is. It just seems so appropriate. And I just couldn't think of anything else. It just suits it so well. Actually, what do the bug people look like? We will jump over and have a quick look at the bug people if we like. Here we are. Aren't they gorgeous? I love them. They're so cute and savage, and cute and savage. And I bet they're hiding very, very sharp teeth in there somewhere. Okay, so Blue thinks, oh, sometimes I wish there was an option of sending pictures through the chat. That could be fun. It would be good. I can just imagine a lot of people would abuse that very badly. So it's probably better at this point that we can't, unless there is, if you can sort of set your chat to just, automatically screen bad pictures and not show them, or maybe if someone sends them and the YouTuber has to approve them before everyone can see them, that could work. Oh, why can't we call them bug buddies? They are bug buddies. We can call them bug buddies. This helps a lot, knowing this may be the magic power lines are actually silk from the god creature. That's a great thought. That's a great thought. Okay. There's my magical power lines note. Whoop. Threads from the god creature. Question marks. Oh dear, why did I randomly remember Buck Bumble? I don't know. It's like gems on the ground. I think it could be their eyes, just a closer, because they have the very large eyes on the front and some peripheral eyes as well. But you're right, the eyes are very gem-like. They are beautiful. Very gem-like. Fairies wait no blood. Great thoughts are indeed great. I love them. Thinking. Blue thinkers. I'm glad you can't see how badly I'm spelling things right now. Normally you get to see my terrible spelling and difficulty in spelling things first time in real time, but not today. Oh, the buildings could be made from their spit. I forgot what it's called. There's a bird that makes their nest super thick spit that dries out. Yes, we haven't thought much about the architecture besides the fact that the city is underground, and it's what we seem to have decided now that it was originally above ground and it's been forced underground. So I'm guessing it could have been, built in a more conventional manner when it was above the ground. But maybe when it was forced underground, now it's sort of upkeep is done by a really, if they use the sort of spit as a mortar to sort of keep the buildings from crumbling, maybe. Oh dear, I need to get more organized. Architectural, potentially conventional, inverted commas, in the beginning, when forced underground, started using god creature, e.g. spit, maybe something else, just something, maybe even just the blood as well, as a mortar of sorts. Motor? Not a mortar, a mortar. To to hatch the buildings. Maybe. Oh, hi Blue. Hello Sune, lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. Yes, we are streaming at a new time. Maybe they got inorganic eyes, like some water bugs found in the Pacific. Maybe. I'm still in the way of thinking that maybe they have become sort of like this when they were forced underground and became more bug-like, because we don't know the time scale of this. They could have been down here doing this ritual for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Oh, I've never seen you online at this time before. No, I've decided to start trying to stream. Like, this is morning for me. Well, it's afternoon now, but it's only just become afternoon. And I'm just going the once a week and see how that goes. Well, every teacher when school starts. 2 a.m. here. Oh dear, I'm sorry I've got you up at 2 as well. Although I'm hoping you stumbled on me. You stumbled on me here, and I'm not intentionally keeping you all awake. Worth it though, thank you. Well, a bit of a disgusting theory, but what if they build from their poo? Some snails do build shells from stuff they eat. That's a potential. So using god creature, maybe spit or excrement, etc. as a mortar. Oh dear, stumbled in the right word. Oh dear, I've got all these subheadings, and I just feel I need a place to free type random ideas for just how everything is working. Random thoughts. I always seem to have a random thoughts section, don't I? It's a very, very appropriate title. It just works. Thank you, Mr. Sanford Fleming. Yay? Yay. Okay, crazy idea. The god creature takes the form of a titan-sized larva with durable skin, and they age backwards physically. Maybe. Whoa. Okay. So, random thoughts. Reaper, have you seen a picture of the god creature yet? I think some people have probably missed that. Let's just go ahead so you can start looking at some of this. This seems to be the god creature. This one right here is the god creature. And this is where we've gotten all our sacrificial stuff from. Oh dear. What times are you going to be doing this? I'm going to be streaming as regularly as possible. For me, it will be Mondays. I'll be starting either 10 or 10:30 in the morning. I try to put as many time zones on my schedule as possible. So if you go into my community post, you'll be able to see the schedule there. And if your time zone's not there and you'd like me to try to include it, let me know. Let me know in a comment or something. But yeah, so I'll be streaming. It's today. I'll be doing next week at either 10 or 10:30, Monday morning for me. And then the next week as well. After that, I'll be going on a bit of a break throughout most of April because I've got a family holiday. And my first stream back will be May 6th. May 6th. Oh dear, like if we're going with the Final Fantasy X inspiration, whoever eats the egg sac, they become the new god creature, grow into a giant larva and gains the magical powers. Okay. I think I'm going to go, sorry. Watch later, I'm really tired. Go and rest, Angie. Thank you so much for coming. You're so welcome here whenever you want to be here. And I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, not important, but I read Titan-sized as Italian, so I went, the god is Italian. Ooh, Blue's one and only love random thoughts. Then my idea still kind of works. It does. Let's have a look at the creature over here. We have the quartered creature here for the sacrifice. Oh. Where did I get the garlic bread? No, the garlic bread is mine. Can I also partake in garlic bread? That would be most pleasant right now. I love a bit of garlic bread. Oh dear, so long as I'm not partaking in this, I'm really not sure I want to partake in this bloodbath ball. It's a lot. Pasta? I just ate garlic bread. You taunt me, and it's intentional. Garlic bread blood, how irony. Okay, maybe Well, let's just leave it on the bloodbath here and try to get out how the god creature and their descending sort of works. Okay, so what do we need to figure out here? Let's just do another capitalizing. I said capitalize. Oh, that's why it didn't work. I hit the tab button instead of the caps lock. That's why it didn't work. Okay. How does the god creature and the descending of the tilted city work? Oh, swim? Swim. Oh, maybe those are a type of cotton flowers, one that doesn't need too much sunlight. Yes, we have a theory with the going back this way. We seem to need the blood for the flowers, and I'm guessing the bugs. I was thinking the light bugs that they use for the lanterns. I was guessing they drink the nectar and such from these glowing flowers, and that might be how they glow. And we know the people drink it as well. Oh, but I didn't notice this part of the cycle. Didn't notice the sort of glowing flower going back to the god creature, so we probably need to think about that too. Oh, now I'm going to make garlic bread. Let's see if garlic powder is a good substitute for normal garlic. It'll probably work. Let's just leave it on the bloodbath. Yeah, let's just table that minor issue. No biggie. We can share theoretically. I don't have any garlic bread right now. Food? If you need food, get food. Ooh, magic, a wizard did it. Oh, dearie me. But yes, probably need to think more about this cycle back to the god creature here. I mean, we thought... random thought. Given the people tend to, well, at least drink the blood the same way the flower does. Let's just envision right now that this flower can sort of represent the people and sort of culture as a whole, as well as actual flowers. So technically that would work. We've got the expedition going to become the next god creature too, because we have sort of partaken of it, and then it's going back and becoming it again. No midnight snack for me. I'm sorry. Even though I ate my lunch early, I'm already getting hungry again. Maybe just streaming makes me hungry. Okay, it doesn't have to be an egg sac, but a single buggo has to become the next one. I think you're right there. Thank you for all the lovely likes, by the way. Yes, it is so lovely of you, and I think it is helpful too. I mean, all interactions are so wonderfully kind and helpful, so thank you. Let's okay, so there's just so much going on. AMAIGURI, you've done this intentionally, haven't you? My head is just spinning right now, and it's all good ideas and it's wonderful, but I can't slot everything together properly. So now that I have had my complaining vent, good-natured complaining, I promise you, I'm enjoying myself. I hope everyone else is too. Okay. Blue can think. So, how does the god creature and the descending of the tilted city work? Is she still here? Yes, she's still here. I believe in you. She is lurking and giggling. Oh dear. May I ask, AMAIGURI, sorry, did you sort of have an idea yourself how this would sort of work as you designed it, or did you just come up with each of the concepts and sort of just throw them in there? How long do you think we'll keep taking notes? I don't know, sorry. I just want to get down as much as possible. But, here's a disturbing thought. Some people who work with cadavers get naturally hungry when they work with the cadavers, like zombies, some people might actually get hungry if you go to the bloodbath pool. Well, that's okay. If you get hungry at the bloodbath pool, you just descend upon the god creature's corpse in a swarm and devour it. It's all good. That seems to be the only festival food we've got here. Okay. Try to start at the beginning. Why do they do this ritual? They seem to do this ritual at this point sorry, I'm just answering myself here. They're doing the ritual for their survival as a culture. it seems to be just how they continue on. That's how they get their power. That's how they get their light. It's how they get their magic. It might be the only real thing that they consume as far as we know. Or maybe, oh no, the plants and all of that. I'm guessing maybe they're vegetarians apart from the god creature. That's the only exception. Oh yeah, vaguely. It's a mix of my own work on moth people and then also the Blades in the Dark expansion set in fancy Louisiana. Okay. Oh, I got it. The people go through a fasting before the festival. Ooh. The bug buddies have no nose, probably. No nose. No nose. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe no nose. Sorry, this is the most festive image. Oh dear, I just need to get my head on straight. Okay, so bug buddies do the ritual to gain its power, light, potentially sustenance. Well, it would be sustenance because it seems to keep their plants growing. But they were having to do this above the ground too. So, they were doing it above the ground too. So it's not just because they're underground that they need all of this. So I'm guessing the world above is fairly barren as well. Oh dear. The ball will probably smell bad. Oh, I missed that one. Sorry. The ball will probably smell bad. Lots of dry blood and it tastes like coins. Yeah. Lovely descriptor. Thank you. They have antennae. Yeah, they feel everything. No, avoid the smell of rot. Maybe their leader at the time tried to stop it, led them to going underground due to messing with the ritual. Yeah, we know we were thinking they were punished because they didn't do the ritual while they were still above ground. And they didn't do it as some sort of rebelling against the savagery of it, maybe. Ooh. My phone will die soon, so I think that's my cue to go to sleep. 9%. Go sleep, Elfie. You've been a wonderful, wonderful help. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your input. If you want to see what else goes on, you can always jump on later and have a bit of a look at the VOD. I mean, you'll know roughly where you stopped. You can just go and watch the rest another time if you're interested. And or have time and energy. It's a combination of all these things, isn't it? Okay. So, the bug buddies do the ritual to gain power, light, sustenance, potentially magic, etc. Okay. Originally lived above the ground, and I'm guessing it was quite a barren sort of landscape above ground. Oh yeah, how could I forget they domesticated light buggies? Good night, I'll watch the VOD when I wake up. I hope you sleep very well. I mean, why else do they have lanterns for them only? Oh yeah, maybe they are. The little light buggies are beloved pets and not just light sources. I mean, they probably don't need them as just light sources if they have their magical power lines as such, do they? And they just collect their buggy friends for the festival. And oh yes, if they do the ritual and they pour the blood on everything and everything's glowing and growing properly, they probably release all the fireflies to have their fill of the lovely flowers and such, because they might have been running low. Oh wait, you weren't here when I started that joke. Ignore me. Okay, if you say so. We shall all ignore you if you say so. Okay, so perhaps originally lived above the ground with quite a barren landscape. Okay, people / leader. Oh, we should probably describe roughly what the ritual is first. Hello. Super late, sorry. No, you are so welcome. Hello, Zebi. Lovely to see you. We are Yes, you walked in on us, dancing in blood, as you do. Oh, goodness me. So at the moment we're just trying to piece together this world and this festival as best we can. You know, it's taken me a while, I'm sorry. I'm not sure if we'll have time for coming up with plot lines, but we can always see what we can do. Okay, so the bug buddies do the ritual to gain things such as power, light, sustenance, magic, and I imagine it is a religious ceremony as well as sort of one that gives them what they need. Religious ceremony. Originally lived above the ground, quite a barren landscape, and the ritual involves the sacrifice of a god, well, of their god creature, I'm guessing. Their god creature. Involves the sacrifice of their god creature. And let's go backwards to see all this. Their god creature. That. Collect the blood. We've got the... Everything it touches seems to gain some sort of magic or glowing, at least, because even the pitcher that they've used to collect the blood is affected. All the blood touches gains power of some sort, it seems. I mean, I'm not sure, you know, if much really happens to the pitcher or if it's just pretty and glowing now, or I don't know, maybe it strengthens it. I mean, we're thinking about using, you know, the god creature's spit and excrement to strengthen the buildings, and that you know, parts of it used for the magical power lines and such. Yeah, does it sort of strengthen pretty much all the objects and such that it touches? Power and strength. Okay, pour blood on what is it? Vegetation. I'm not sure if it's specific flowers, because it looked like all the leaves and plant life were had this glow to some extent. So blood on vegetation to gain the magical properties. What is it? The light bugs used in lanterns and potentially pets. Feed off the vegetation and gain their light powers, and the bug buddies drink and apparently bathe or dance in the blood. Maybe again to gain power, strength, sustenance, etc. Oh dear, going back to the Louisiana and inspiration, I tried looking at what languages the native people speak there, and I stumbled upon Choctaw and Coasati, but Choctaw is spoken more in Oklahoma. Okay. I assume they fight the god creature like how an army of ants fight off an invader. Yeah, we haven't talked about how they actually kill it, have we? And whether it sort of descends on the city and tries to destroy it. Because I was wondering whether it was a willing sacrifice or if it was... Because, they were punished and the city brought underground when they refused to do it. So the god creature does want them to do it. But I suppose it's, yeah, it could still want them to sacrifice it and still sort of fight them anyway. Or be easy. So maybe the language is inspired by Coasati. Did I get it? Did I get it? Yeah, because I am certainly not getting anything with the languages. I'm so sorry if there's much more hidden in there in AMAIGURI, and I'm just... Oh dear. Well, you know me, I use vulgar lang all the time for my languages. So there's multiple, it doesn't get reincarnated. I think it gets reincarnated by one of the bug people going to become it again. Or the fight is a trail for them to earn it, maybe. Yeah, maybe for all of them to sort of earn it, because if we have the sort of expedition of sacrificial volunteers to become the new creature, then the creature comes back to attack the city and is defeated. Oh, and seeing how Kawasaki only has 3 vowels, a script maybe an abjad. Oh, you could go with the H backwards thing that's just a giant larva with a tiny, tiny brain. Maybe. Maybe the creature keeps growing and doesn't die naturally. By sacrificing, they reset the cycle before it becomes uncontrollable. Maybe. Doesn't die naturally, but... Yeah, so I hadn't thought about... Well, do not stress about the language. There's very little in it. It's mostly for aesthetic. Okay. Thank you. It's Okay. So many thoughts. This is why Blue takes years and years and years to write a story. Oh dear. But this is so beautifully intricate. Savage, but beautifully intricate. I know, but my special interest is linguistics, so that tells me to stress about it. Oh no, it is. If you want to look into those things and find out what could be the inspiration behind them, I think that's wonderful. Ooh, cool art. Hello, Ancio. It is beautiful. AMAIGURI did it. This is a sacrificed god creature. We are going to later consume it. Oh dear. Okay, I'm just going to try to get down what's sort of working in my head right now, just so I do get something down before we run out of time. I think I can probably go for another hour and a half if we need it. Just it would be lovely if we could get a few potential plot lines down, but so long as we get down as much about the culture and the history, we're sort of weaving a story just by figuring out what's going on anyway. Is your brain about to implode with all these thoughts? Because I lost track too. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the brain pressure right now. Like how Pacha ate the bug in the Emperor's New Groove. Back. Oh dear. I'm only thinking now, what's with the chimp and the bug? Can we get back to me? Oh dear, I did enjoy that movie, although I hear there's a bit of a sad story behind how it became that particular movie, and it's not what it was originally meant to be. I think it is still a good movie, but it's sad that the people who originally came up with the idea didn't get to make the movie they wanted. Oh dear. I can think. Okay, so at the moment, bug buddies do the ritual to gain power, light, sustenance, magic, a religious ceremony required by their god creature. So maybe not only delivers bug buddies power, etc., it's also how they show reverence to their god and their obedience. Reverence and obedience to their god creature. I agree, it's fascinating behind the scenes, but I'm glad the current version is still fun. Yes, that it is such a fun movie. I do enjoy it. Garlic bread obtained. It does taste good. Please enjoy. I shall enjoy it vicariously through you if you don't mind. Oh, I should really keep some in the freezer, but I am loath to fill the freezer, given we've lost everything in the freezer twice in the last 6 months or so. Once due to the door not shutting properly, and one due to the power being randomly out for 3 days straight. So, yeah, we had to bin everything. Ooh, Mooney, what if there's a giant bird monster on the surface? Bird monster? Bird monster. Bird monster? What does the bird monster do? Oh, it eats the bug people. Bug people. Oh, yes, that's a good reason to stay underground. Ooh, maybe the god creature put it there to keep them underground. It's the... Ooh, and if there's a hole in the ceiling, it's like a constant threat. They can see it lurking around up there. Ooh, that's fun. That goes straight into random thoughts. I'm sorry. I'm worried I'm sounding a bit whoa at the moment. Very slightly manic, perhaps, in sounding in that way a little. Love to keep the loaf. You're keeping a loaf. Bird creature eats them and the god creature. The hole is where its beak penetrates it. Attack on bird. Attack on bird. My brain is on a roll. Yay for brains rolling. Mine is currently rolling through mud. I'm a bit sticky. Need to... Sorry, need a few deep breaths. One will do. I take long breaths. Okay. There's just so many ideas. Sorry, just getting slightly overwhelmed. Good thing you did this in the afternoon, because it was during late at night. You would have been fried. I'm pretty fried already, but you're right. I would have been destroyed. I would have been obliterated. Okay, so bird monster above ground will eat if they try to return. I'm not sure about the bird monster eating the god creature, if the god creature created it, but I suppose... Oh, maybe. If they try to return, can you see through the hole in the ceiling? Beak can get through. Now I'm just thinking there's a random dare game among the kids, how close you'll fly to the hole. So I haven't thought much about sort of kids or playing or anything yet, because it's a bit hard with all this blood bathing going on. Dare game with kids flying as close to the hole as possibly touch the butt. Exactly. Yep. Attention, the bird. And maybe every time they don't do the ritual, something happens with the bird, and maybe the hole gets bigger or something. I'm loving the lore of this world so far. It is pretty cool. So every time they don't do the ritual, bird bigger, hole bigger. Or maybe there's a bit of an earth shake and that messes things up a bit. Well, divine earth shake. And so maybe that's why they've just come to turn it into a full-on festival, and it's sort of, you know, take as much pleasure in it as possible. It's a self-preservation thing. That sounds good. Hopefully that works. I think we're almost getting out vaguely how everything works. I just haven't gotten down how the regeneration goes yet. We've talked about it a lot. I just want to get it down in the notes. So, oh wait, I did some of it up here, didn't I? Pour blood on the vegetation, highlight and sustenance, and then if we've got us consuming it, and therefore the cycle works that a volunteer sacrificial party goes into the ravine on a quest. I'm guessing various trials. Last survivor becomes... I don't know how they become the next one yet. So what's... So imagine... What could be left down there could be... because we know the new god creature will come up out of the ravine. But what's left there when it leaves the ravine? Is it like some sort of cocoon? Sort of mess? Maybe they eat a jelly like bees do, so most of their lives they eat jelly, then flesh and blood. What do they make the jelly from? Maybe the light bugs make it. Maybe the light bugs use the power maybe it's not just a light sauce, but they either make some kind of honey or jelly or something, and that's their main food source. I mean, that sort of honey jelly, as well as the revived vegetation. Just want to pop down. What was it? So imagine this is a once a year festival. Do you think it's annual? Annual, and power diminishes throughout the year by the time the next ritual, plants dying, buildings falling apart a bit, etc. And what was it suggested? There's a fast before. Ooh, a fast before the festival. That makes it difficult when the bug comes up to fight them, isn't it? If they've been fasting and they have to kill the bug. But again, challenges. Maybe the fast begins when the expedition leaves. So, still fasting when new god creature arrives and they have to defeat it. Haven't talked much about weapons or anything yet. Ooh, firefly milk. The idea, like, bugs make a jelly that they eat, and like the royal jelly for bees. I think it causes change. Firefly milk. That's how they assign castes. Oh, the divine jelly. Do insects even make milk? I don't know. Oh, they vibrate really, really fast. And I'm the giant god creature. Okay. Just getting my thoughts in order. Why is my stomach rumbling? It's all this talk about divine jelly and firefly milk. Insects don't make milk. I didn't think so. I just like to give everything the benefit of a doubt if I don't have time to currently research it. They spit weird goos and honey. Yay! Delicious goo. Or silk. Yes, and this god creature, I'm guessing we get the threads from that for the wires, because I'm not quite sure how it's made here. It does look vaguely bunny-ish, but I don't know. Ooh, it is fairly large too. Maybe it's its nerves. Maybe they use its nerves to make their magical power lines or something. Ooh, plenty of insects secrete a sugary water thing. Does firefly milk and insect jelly really make you hungry? Probably not, but it is, we are talking about it at the same time my stomach is rumbling, so I cannot, discount the potential that could be why my stomach is rumbling, but it could just be I need second lunch. Minnie is going to have to turn this into an ASMR eating stream. I try to avoid that by having early lunch. I'm not sure how comfortable I am yet about eating right in front of a microphone. And I'm almost convinced that if I turned the microphone off to eat, I would forget to turn it back on. I've so far only had one microphone disaster when I forgot to turn the microphone on and I was jabbing her away for 20 minutes before I realised. But I don't think anyone was actually watching that one, so it doesn't really matter. That was a really early stream. Blood mukbang. Blue is not going to drink milk. Or blood for that matter, but she won't drink milk either. Lol. Okay. Focus, Blue. Blue can focus. Just trying to get down the lore. Getting down the lore, and then we'll come back to food. I'll just make the here we go. Under architecture. Good food. Just throw this down. Okay, so the light vegetation and what is it? Jelly, honey from light bugs. Potentially different kinds eaten by different castes. And festival time. God creature, blood, and flesh. As you do. Oh, if I wanted to eat on stream, I would intentionally grab the noisiest pack of chips. Maybe the oldest bug buddy eats the head. Blah, the head could have a core that makes them slowly transform into the god creature. They overeat its own goo or something, make a cocoon, like spider rolls and caterpillar rolls. Okay. I still like the expedition to become the next one. Maybe it's all of the ones going on the expedition for the next year eat the head or something, and then they go, because I was wondering how they would transform, whether there was something sort of waiting for them in the caverns, but maybe it's just they're all in the process of transforming anyway, and it's only when there's one of them left that the sort of the full-on mutation is brought about. Kettle's chips too, so the crunch is extra loud. What if it's voluntary? I thought that's how it must work, because particularly when they're treating this holiday with such sort of levity now, I don't think it's something they would force anyone to do. Everyone would be like, you know, tearing each other down to try to become the next god creature. So, but I'm guessing the people, part of the expedition, I mean, if they do consume a certain part of the god creature, and that will cause them to become the next one, the process probably take maybe 10 to 11 months, maybe, and that's when they'd start the expedition. By eating the flower that grows from the blood. Maybe there is a particular flower that could cause that. Because I think the blood would go on most of the plants, and I think that's what gives them all of this lovely glow. And I've just noticed that this seems to be pointing directly at the purple bits here that we were wondering might be some kind of fruit. But at the moment my head is so full, might just have to focus on what we're talking about right now. I love the idea that one of them willingly metamorphoses. Good eats blood, firefly milk, insect jelly, and chips. What more could you want? I agree. It is a feast fit for blood revelers, such as we are. I'm still sort of vaguely wondering about how this creature's, the parts are bound together, whether it's just symbolic of blood or whether it's... I still think it might just be because it's... Where we go? I think that the body of the god creature is back here somewhere, and that's where the devouring and such occurs, in and out. So I think everyone would go in and take part, or the aristocracy at least, because, you know, that's part of the religion, I guess, partaking of this. Goodness me, we've talked so much about it, but it still feels like I've gotten hardly anything down. Godric arrives and they have to defeat it. Yes, so the volunteers for the expedition. And I'm guessing the expedition is just into the ravine. I don't know if there's anything sort of specific they have to do down there, or they just face the challenges until there's only one left. And it's just a sort of symbolic journey as opposed to doing anything in specific. Volunteers for the expedition. Eat a certain part of the god creature, or eat a certain flower, sort of... I want to say inoculated for some reason. It's probably the wrong word. By the god creature's blood. A certain sacred flower, maybe. Then, over the course of months, start to change. I'm not sure there's many outward changes at this point. Maybe 2 months before the festival, go on expedition. Well, symbolic expedition into the caverns. I'll look at chat in a second. Sorry, I'm trying to think. Maybe 2 months before the festival, go on a symbolic expedition into the caverns. All slowly die either health fails with transformation process or killed by beast down there, etc. When only one left. Full metamorphosis occurs. Oh dear, or maybe the curtains are for purification of the participants. Like you're supposed to leave your everyday life behind them. That sounds really good. Let's do the last one. Who stands becomes the new god. Yeah, the last one standing. That's right, I think. That could play into the voluntary metamorphosis theory. That's a good idea, yes. As soon as you cross the curtain, your bug buddy life symbolically ends. Oh, I see what you're saying. So it's only the volunteers for the next year that consume, and they're the only ones that go back there. Okay. Okay, that works. That works well. Then you, oh, sorry. You didn't see anything, but I moved my cursor over something that made something pop up that I did not want to see. It confused me. Then you eat whatever you're supposed to, and it ends literally. That sounds really good. So, yeah, not much of this is in order, is it? I think it's okay if we don't wind up actually writing a story that takes place here, because we're pretty much writing the story just figuring out what's going on. They enter the meat zone. Indeed. The great meeting place. Coming of age? Maybe. But again, not everyone. Not everyone, because, you know, most people who do this will die. So maybe it's only, you know, best and brightest of the aristocracy get the chance to volunteer. Sounds like a good title for a body horror anthology. It's a literal coming of age story. Tales from the meat zone. Oh dear. I think we are a bit of a worry. Okay, those ideas, we're good. I think we will lean towards the consuming of the flesh of the creature only for the volunteers. And yeah, because I think everyone consumes the plant life and the blood, and the plant life, you know, that only blooms again properly because of the blood. Oh, this is so Hunger Games careers. Elites work so hard to die. Indeed. Well, I suppose it's just the greatest honor. You become the god. You ensure the continuation of your people, I guess. I wonder if at one point there's someone who volunteers and goes through all of this just so they can stop it all. Because, you know, even though they're reincarnated as the god, I imagine it's still them in there. There are many of them. I'm guessing I'm thinking Avatar now. But they're all still in there. But if one of them survives it and goes through just to sort of end this cycle, but then, you know, the people will die out. Or maybe this person thinks it's time for them to die out. I don't know. Like, the only reason these people seem to be alive is because of this weird relationship with their god. The oldest volunteer has to go through the process at the end, the way it works with the life cycle. So much meat. I think most of the volunteers probably roughly the same age. Like, maybe it does have to be, you know, those who are turning, if we pick a coming of age, like if they're aging like humans, maybe those turning 18 or something this year. Okay, let's try to do this. Okay, just need to go up here and fix this food. So festival time, god creature blood, and volunteers consume the flesh of the creature. What a fragile city, it's hanging on by a thin thread. Indeed. I'm starting to think Tilted City as well is not just, you know, from the angle of the city itself, is just how it works. It's just tilted, it's twisted, it's a bit sick. It's like every insect's life, it's pretty short. Indeed. I just need to throw a few things down in the random Random thoughts. So, civilization only continuing because of the relationship with their god. And I might just throw the random thought for you know, a story plot line. Someone volunteers with the intention of ending the cycle. And sort of overcoming the god creature as the god creature, and, you know, refusing to attack, and maybe trying to kill itself in the ravine or something, but maybe still winds up being forced to attack and, you know, figure out what's going on. Someone could volunteer with the intention of ending the cycle. I mean, all iterations of the god creature present within the new version has to fight to win. Would potentially end their race, but maybe it's time. My queer heart has to point out that we haven't seen any clues towards the godly creatures having sexual polymorphism. We have not. Well, maybe people dance during the festival to not just continue making plant life and power, but it can also give them the chance to breed, like somehow bugs do a dance to communicate. Oh, so it's this festival time that everyone sort of does their breeding. And, yes, not necessarily partners up. I mean, many partners maybe, but that's a thought. Like, could this potentially be the only time they can breed as well? Life and Death Festival. Yes, and maybe if they end this, they can't breed anymore as well. Gee, what's your words per minute? I think last typing stream I got up to 152 words per minute, though I'd have to double check that. Yeah, I'm pretty good. I want to get up past 160, but I think I need a better keyboard before I try that. Okay, we need a reproduction section. As you do. So like the Listornvana matchmaking festival. That's not one I've heard of, but if it's along the lines of that, then it definitely is. No, I don't do nearly enough looking around what's already here. I spend all this time in my head trying to make new stuff, and I probably just wind up making up stuff that's already around. Sure, I don't know the list for Vanna. I zoned out. Why do we need a reproduction section? So God stuff. Oh, it's town in Ireland. Okay, it's I've only seen the one male-looking creature. Yeah, we've just realized we hadn't talked about reproduction or anything, and so maybe it's you know, can only reproduce during the festival. Another reason why, you know, civilization would end if they end the ritual. And the dancing is a way to sort of attract partners. And I'm guessing how covered you are in blood as well. Dancing in blood is to attract partners. But why is it just they can only reproduce during the festival because that's the law, the religious law, or is it physically impossible to reproduce at other times? I think it's more interesting if it's physically impossible. Oh, the one in the suit. Yes, I think that's the only one we've seen that's potentially male, although, you know, we don't know what the dress norms and such are here. Am I crazy? All the girl ones are the only ones with tails. No, this gentleman has a tail here. Let's jump over here. He's got a little tail. So there seems to be gender coding through clothing. Well, yes, but we don't know. Maybe it's the men who wear skirts and the women who wear suits. We don't know. Well, I think it can be cultural too. Some people prepare for feasting, dancing, and breeding. The rest go off to fight. Okay. Oh dear, I wish I could have thought of a better way to divide these notes. Well, but we just, yeah, go with traditional clothes and gender norms for now. So we'll assume the ones with the skirts and the bows and such traditionally lady folk, and this fine gentleman is a fine gentleman. Even on the second slide they all look female. I really wasn't sure about this one. Well, I think at this point, at least in my head, I just need to get, you know, the festival and the ritual and everything straight. As straight as possible in my head. So what am I doing? Oh, I assume tailors use their own silk to make clothing. Oh, that's good. That's good. I like this. Oh. Clothing. Use own silk to produce clothing. Wonderful. I love that one. That's good. That's a nice simple note I can throw down without needing to think too much. And didn't put things like that. You put random things for it, but electricity / light, light bugs in the lanterns. I'm guessing just from the plant life because it all seems to be glowing. Still wondering whether the different colors means something in particular, whether that is what one thing that divides people in case. I suppose that's, you know, unfortunately traditional, tend to divide people by skin color. Thanks, you're welcome. It's very helpful. Not that all of you aren't very, very helpful. My head is just currently exploding, and that was just a nice simple note I could grab onto. I mean, even the people themselves seem a bit luminescent. Yeah, wrong button. Fairy racism, probably. So, okay, let's just make a little section for the people themselves. I haven't given them their own section yet. We know they're insect-like bug buddies. 2 sets of arms, 1 set of legs. Seem to be mostly big bushy tails. Bushy tails. What is it? Translucent wings. Unsure if can support flight. And what were we saying? It was way back now, but potentially wings were stunted as part of their punishment and sent underground, so can no longer fly. This would also put them at a disadvantage now in their fight against the god creature. Although, honestly, let's just jump over here and look at the scale again. I mean, it's big. It's big compared to one of them, but it's not, you know, sin-sized. It probably wouldn't take too much to defeat it. I suppose it's got lots of godlike powers as well, so maybe that's what makes it difficult. Maybe some fur colours have beauty standards, like warm colours are seen as beautiful and ideal. Maybe. So, oh, wrong section. So, different coloured skin. Oh, right, I think skin or fur, I'm not sure which one it is. have a bit of both. Beauty standards. Actually, warm colours is beautiful. Maybe their wings spread a dust that attracts the light bugs. Maybe. Light bugs. Still haven't thought too much about the different types of goblets here. I was just wondering if that could potentially be significant. Maybe there's specific goblets for the volunteers versus others, but that's only 2 different types. Excuse me, sorry, throat going. Sorry about that. Oh, it's like an RPG boss. They're powerful magically and physically, but because the bug people are normally small, giant larva god is physically super strong. It's girth, okay. And that theory about colour beauty does seem like racism. I mean, human race has a history of racial beauty standards, but I won't do it justice if I try to explain it. No, there's just so much there. So much awful stuff there. But, I mean, there might be different reasons behind the different colours. I mean, I was wondering if that could be different magic skills, or maybe it's not. Maybe only bug people of a certain colour are allowed to volunteer to become the god creature. Or maybe ones of certain colours are the priests or priestesses. Are you tired? Maybe a little. Just a little bit, maybe. Not too bad. Not nearly as tired as when I stream at night. Yeah, this is a wholesome place where we imagine bug people killing giant bugs. Oh, dear. I'll just pop down here. Potentially different colours. Only certain coloured bug buddies can volunteer to become god creature, can do certain things. Because all the ones at the party, it doesn't seem to dictate sort of aristocracy, because we've got a bunch of different colours here. And I still think only sort of the highest people would be welcome at these kind of parties. Mooney, do you need some magical bug jelly? Sounds like you need some milk. Yeah, just random people from all over different time zones popping out whatever bugs them. What AMAIGURI is actually doing is observing how we react and theorize using these artifacts, and they're going to use that to write about how foreign archaeologists interpret culture they don't know. Well, I'm sure she's very welcome to do that, if that's of interest. Oh dear. Oh dear. So, doesn't divide into higher and lower class. Yeah, it seems like skin color doesn't seem to divide into lower and higher class, so possibly not the beauty standards. We don't know. I'll just leave all of that down here. Well, we have writings but no bones. The poor bug people could just be celebrating out on the streets with banners and stuff. That'd be nice, but they're much preferring to dance in the blood because it will ensure their survival. That could be a fun reply video. I'm a big fan of studying how misinformation spreads. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if we are destroying your vision. By we, I mean me. Sorry. Oh, dearie me. I hope I can remember everything. It's, we're just saying whatever pops into our head. No, this is amazing. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad you are. I mean, we could always try something similar again at one point. I think, oh dear, it is a lot. And it must have been a lot to put together. These pictures are just gorgeous. Oh, it's actually not blood at all. Those bugs see more colours than us, and it's some rainbow chrome colour that's ethically harvested. It's us that sees red blood. It's a good theory, but given I'm still not quite wrapping my head around what we've got so far, might not venture down that path right now. This is the vision. I'm glad. Wait, did I hear a spread of misinformation? Where may I participate? Oh, Mooney has created Hollow Knight, Dark Souls, Final Fantasy X, Bugs Life so far. Okay. Oh dear. I don't think I've put yet. Volunteers go through Red Curtain, leave Bug Life behind, consume the flesh of defeated God creature, exit other curtain as a candidate to become next God creature, and then enjoy the party, I guess. Ooh, yep, sounds about right. What if the colours correspond to age, as in the blood they consume, which differs by slain god creature? Basically, diet would determine colour, whether they see it or not. Maybe. Let's go back to the people here. So do you think the only ones actually participating in this ceremony are everyone coming of age this year? And it's only certain of them that volunteer to become the next god creature. But if these are all 18-year-olds and they're consuming this particular blood, but then why would all of these guys be different colors? Thinking. If chat are the scientists and archaeologists, I'm the conspiracy theorist with tinfoil hat. So, like, it was in Logan's Run, but actually biological. I don't know. I know I've learned briefly about Logan's Run and the idea behind it. I don't think I've actually watched it. Let's not forget that there has to be a ceremony master. Someone presiding. Okay. So I'll just put different colours affected by the blood they consume. Maybe. Potentially a combination of that and genes. Something to think about. So, who presides over the ceremony? So I guess the idea is that they don't kill the god creature in battle, they just subdue it and then bring it in for the ritual sacrifice. Ritual sacrifice behind the curtain, carried out by the ceremony master. Which I'm guessing would be the leader of the people, and I'm guessing it's a religious leader, so this is definitely a theocracy of some kind. My notes have absolutely no order right now. This is how I take notes when I'm writing stories. I just slam everything down, and then I pick through painstakingly later and try to organize them so I can actually write a story. Ceremony master / high priest / leader. Oh, we could go with be Antral there. Their master rule, etc. is chosen. So chosen by the people. Chosen by the people. We're back to voting. Well, I didn't vote for you. Voted on? I'm no scientist, I haven't even contributed that much, but this is enjoyable. Maybe science assistant, if that's a thing. That's definitely a thing. And you have contributed, and you are so welcome here, and I hope you always feel welcome here. Well, I'm no scientist, but I'm very enthusiastic about animals. Oh, just noticing as well, I think this is my most liked video so far, so thank you so much. Thank you. Oh dear. I'm no scientist, but I'm enthusiastic about language and cultures. Oh well, because these are all different kinds of scientists. I can't even wear a tinfoil hat because I once heated up food with tinfoil on it and blue sparks started appearing in the microwave. Yeah, I once put a metal bowl in there. I took it out fairly quickly. Yeah, democracy bugs. And the way they vote is if they drink the right coloured jelly, like how queen bees are chosen. That's cool. So that's sort of a ceremony too, like voting ceremony. Choose by what jelly they drink. Like queen bees. Voting. Okay, so who's a second class citizen for all the Americans out there? Who's the 3/5 of a person? There, yeah. The way my shitting grin turned into horror when I heard foil and microwave in the same sentence. Yeah, the 3/5 compromise. Blah. That's a thing that happens in American voting. I'm not an American, so I'm not the best person to talk about that. I did do modern history in school, and I think we went into a bit of that, but yep, definitely not the best source there. But disgusting stuff did happen. So gross. And still does. And not just in America. Everywhere, everywhere. I can think. Sorry, I was just looking at this gentleman again. It almost looks like he's ice skating through the blood. Where were we? At the theocracy and the leader. And I just want to briefly about curtains being symbolic. We know the curtains have the light bug symbol on there, so I'm guessing the light bugs are sort of sacred to them as well. I don't know, maybe it's some kind of law that the light bugs are the servants of the god creature or something, or the offspring even. For all we've been talking about it, we haven't really gone into much detail about the god creature and what it can do, and sort of that level of detail. Oh no, the 3/5 thing happened long ago. It hasn't been a thing in forever. Oh no, slaves didn't have a vote, but representation was done based on the populace. The South had a lot of slaves, but not a lot of citizens. They counted slaves as 3/5 of a person to even out the numbers. Yeah, is not great. American history is a bit blank sometimes. They didn't even consider them as an entire human being. I know, it's just revolting. I want to go to that American museum with that tablet that shows you when you would get your voting rights in which state. It's, yeah, because I think going back to the very first slide with the city picture, I think we were talking about, you know, the aristocracy sort of living in this big pretty place, and that's where the ritual and the party and such would be. And this looks like it's the sort of place where the more working class people would live and work. I mean, maybe it's a thing that the working class people try to ignore this stuff as much as possible. They still find it revolting. I mean, they know they sort of only survive because of it, but they try to distance themselves as much from it as possible. So, yeah, I think maybe the lower class wouldn't participate in the blood drinking and stuff. I mean, we know they're not at the party, but we'd assume the blood winds up getting distributed around where it needs to be. And we know, or maybe, you know, they eat the plants that the blood sustains, but that's it. Maybe that's it. And, you know, they're still supplied with, you know, power and such from the god creature beast. But I have a feeling maybe the working class people want as little to do with it as possible. Oh, maybe the god creature eats light bugs and that's why their silk is so powerful and makes its own light. Maybe. I mean, I was still just thinking the god creature only seems to live for a very short time every year. And then it's sort of incubating in all those other people until it's time for rebirth. But yeah, we didn't discuss what it eats. Maybe after the metamorphosis, it needs to gorge itself on the bugs for a while. I'd imagine the bugs it does gorge itself on wouldn't be particularly lighty yet, because don't the bugs regenerate through the god creature's sacrifice? Because we, nurture the flowers with the blood, and the light bugs drink the nectar from those. So, oh dear. Do they make the light bugs? I don't know. I do love that idea that, those rich bugs are dancing in blood again because we have a power surplus later. Oh, that god creature has it rough. It does, but it seems to want to be this way, given it punished everyone so horrifically for daring to not kill it. So it's a pretty messed up relationship here. This god seems to have this kind of weird complex. It seems to be obsessed with these people. I haven't really got a section for the god creature yet. Has it rough, but seems to want it. Only lives a short time each year. Rebirth to sacrifice. I'm guessing it wouldn't be any more than a few weeks, would have thought. Seems weirdly obsessed with the people. Consumes light bugs, maybe? Ooh, workers are put off by what really seems like cannibalism with extra steps. Aristocracy is completely fine with it, though. It sounds very plausible to me. Oh dear. Or maybe there's multiple god creatures down below, since they do this every year. Their full life cycle could go over 20 years, so by that point, whoever grows into it is just going through their natural course. Maybe, but I thought there was only the one at a time, and then the volunteers consume it, and there's the potential for all of them, but I thought it was only until one was left, when all the other volunteers die off and the one is left, that they finish going through the process of becoming the god creature. Then that's the one that attacks that year. But you're right, I suppose that doesn't mean that's the one that goes attacks straight away. There could be more down there, and it's not its turn yet for another 20 years or so. But I still kind of like the idea of, there is only one, and we all exist within this one. Oh, god of masochism, something like that. BDSM god creature. Well, that's not a phrase I thought I would hear, ever. Maybe this city is as hopeless as our banished village. They sound worse than our banished village, honestly. Oh. One thing came to mind. Why would one want to become the god creature? Is it about power? Is it about spiritual growth? Is it about the family moving a caste up? I vaguely thought, it was the honor, just the honor of becoming the god and everything that sort of comes with that, as well as, you'd be seen as a hero. You're saving your race because, every time the ritual isn't done, the earth shakes, the hole gets bigger. The birdie's going to eat us. But maybe there are probably other benefits. Let's just... I'm just going to add masochist god here. So, why would you volunteer to become the god creature? Yeah, I don't think we're going to get to actually properly writing out plot lines, but I don't think that matters. We're doing really well here. We're sort of just... Yeah, I think this counts as weaving stories. Okay, so religious honor, becoming the god, becoming a savior to your people, benefits to family. Spiritual growth, maybe. Maybe in that year that all the volunteers have consumed that, maybe they do become sort of extra powerful or something, you know, until they start getting sick with the transformation. Maybe not just very powerful, perhaps it sort of enhances everything about them and they're able to, you know, write epics or create wonderful things in that year or something. Everything about them enhanced, able to do amazing things that year until start getting sick with the transformation. I think it would be a really interesting story to go with the you know, a protagonist who's volunteering to try to end it, and the sort of year they have leading up to everything. Huh. Whoops, I'm behind. Sorry. Oh, of course, some people would simply want to be a cute cloud bunny. Exactly. Where are we? Fair, I'm just thinking how they could do it every year. I think it's just every year because there's more volunteers every year, and they have the year until they start the metamorphosis process. They go on their symbolic journey. One, you know, when only one is left, they become the god creature, and the cycle keeps going like that, I guess. Yes, the case of non omnis moria. My subjects rend my flesh and drink my blood for reasons. Seems super excited about it. Yeah. Turning into the god creature sounds like a flowers for Alderon situation. I don't know that. Wow, god creature is a freak. You become a big, powerful silkworm, but you lose your intelligence. Oh, maybe outwardly. I think inwardly you're still all there. But I suppose they wouldn't know that really if they can't really communicate with it anymore. Oh. Thank you, forgot how to spell it. What is it? Algernon. Actually, now that I think about it, the kind of transformation might not feel very pleasant. Maybe that just adds on to why they're kind of okay with the whole thing. Maybe. Oh dear. Sorry, just need a moment to gather myself again. Ooh, I probably shouldn't go much longer than 40 minutes, just so I have a time to sort of calm down before picking up the small one. Ooh, AMAIGURI, how do you feel about us turning your creature into a king stuff? Maybe it'd be better for the bird to wipe us out instead of divulging in the god creature's fantasies. Yeah, but we don't know. There may be a way for them to survive without the god creature. They just don't know it, and when they tried, the god creature, you know, punished them. Random thoughts. Is there a way for them to survive without the god creature? They don't know, because when they tried, the god creature punished them. So potentially they could survive without it, but they need to break the cycle first. And everyone's too frightened to do it. Want to show, you know, just feeling the need to show the god creature, you know, how much they enjoy it. How much they enjoy the bloodbath. Imagine if they go through the metamorphosis, they get bigger, unable to speak their language, and they lose their intelligence. They gorge on light bugs or whatever else. I think I was in the way of thinking that there's not too many outward signs of the metamorphosis during the journey itself. I think it's only when there's one left that there's some sort of signal that the metamorphosis can begin. That's what I was thinking, but I don't know. The transformation would also definitely be painful. It changes the entire structure of their body after all. Yeah, I think you're right. It would be very painful. Where's the God creature section? Here we go. Transformation into God creature. Very painful. So I'm just randomly thinking, like, how did we get to this point? Oh dear. Oh dear. I think I was even wondering a few days ago, like, would I be able to come up with something cheerful with what AMAIGURI's given me? I should have known better. Oh well. Or maybe the person who volunteers is actually not jaded and they're actually hopeful about ending the cycle. I mean, they know it'll end their life, but they have hope for their people, hope that they will survive without the God creature. Yeah, can be a hopeful person. You know, a good person. That would be nice. I'm getting strong Maiden Abyss vibes. Productive stream. We've come up with a plot line for a culturally important festival only to turn a god creature into a freak while talking about racism and weird food. There's a lot going on. I know this might sound like a shonen anime. What if the protagonist wants to stop the ritual? Finds out about the actual process of the expedition. Oh. And tries to... Oh. Neeg. So you mean they find out before they volunteer, or as they're sort of in the year or so leading up to it? I have no qualms with this. That's how world building works. And they go after the bird or god creature. Well, I can't really... Possibly we have... I had a random thought. It goes in the random thought section. But maybe we have two protagonists. One who volunteers and does best to become the god creature to try to end it all, and a friend who follows the expedition to try to kill the god creature before it can get there. And maybe there's the hope that... Oh dear. I don't know. Or maybe we follow two protagonists and, you know, the one who volunteers is actually very into it all, but then finds out about how terrible everything actually is. And we have another one who wants to try to kill the god creature before they can be sacrificed. Because I think that's an important thing. In capturing the god creature, it's subdued. They cannot kill it. They cannot kill it. It needs to be ritually sacrificed. So if you killed it first, you would break the cycle, I think. Mickey, I love Maiden Abyss, and I want everything to have Maiden Abyss vibes. And like they find out during. Just let me throw down an expedition section. When we've popped a few things up earlier. Maybe we just find it there. Maybe I already wrote it down. I can't remember. Where are we? Volunteers. Oh, I think I already put down, I didn't think there were many outward changes until... What if god creatures eat a fungus that grows in the abyss, which aids in their growth, especially for the lone warrior who willingly sacrifices themselves? They eat whatever fungus that's in them. Maybe, because I suppose we haven't got time frames settled yet. Like maybe it's not a full almost year until the next expedition. Maybe it's half a year that these people are sort of at their best, and then they start to fail, and they go on the expedition. And there's one left, and maybe it does take a while before takes a while for the god creature to sort of reach its full full form and it does need to eat down in the abyss. Because I was thinking it was all just bang, 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 bang. But no, it might take more time. And in that way as well, I was thinking it would be an annual thing, but maybe it's not annual. Maybe it's just when the lights start to fade or something. Oh dear. Hold on. Where are we? Where are we? Random thoughts. That'll do. Not sure where to put something, put it in random thoughts. Maybe not annual. Oh, how does that work though? No, how would that work? Maybe the power fades every 10 years or so. And that's when the monster, that's when the god creature comes, maybe. So, the reincarnated god creature. That's Final Fantasy X though, isn't it? Is it every 10 years that Sin comes again? Or it's random, I can't remember. Maybe the power fades every 10 years or so. I think the god creature might sense when the power is fading and then offer itself up again. When blue moon comes, one has to transition, so it is written. I don't remember that part. Yeah, I don't remember whether there was a specific length of time of the calm in Final Fantasy X. If I had a pencil and I could do that thing they do in anime with the thoughtfully musing with the pencil grip between the nose and the upper lip, I'd be doing that right now. Apparently Sin comes back every 600 years in Final Fantasy X. Is it that long? Is it that long? Goodness me, I didn't think it was that long. Reincarnate god creature senses when the light/power is fading, and that's when it comes. Well, technically it comes to be subdued. It still puts up a fight, but comes to be captured. Still puts up a fight because it's fun. I'm guessing it's part of its apparent kink. It seems every summoner disappears after every 600 years. Okay. It's been a long time since I've seen that game. I've only played it a little myself, but I've watched one of my siblings play almost the whole thing. But you are an anime. Remember that one character who looks exactly like you. That was a little mind-bending. I gotta go to bed, but it was nice to see you when I'm not still delirious from sleep. Bye-bye, everyone. Thanks for the slides, AMAIGURI. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for being here. You've been a wonderful help. And even though you tried not to be... Yeah, I had to look it up. Oh my god, I love Final Fantasy X. It's a good one. And for introducing Baby Girl to us. Bye, Blue. Bye, Cradle Fish. Bye. Oh, dearie me. I'm just hoping I've gotten everything down, because I think I'm going to wind up posting all of our notes on Tumblr at least, and then sharing them in a community note, just so everyone can see them and enjoy them and remember. And then maybe one time in the future we can do our best to actually write a novel with this. That would be fun. Oh, Blue is lying. I was saying BS. Let's come back to my Blue Moon joke. I'm sorry. What if they really do it when something is thought to be a harbinger, like the blue moon or a solar eclipse? Okay, so they would get glimpses of stuff from outside through the hole in the ceiling. So it could be a celestial thing, but it could also be I don't know. I suppose that's just what I was thinking about. Just with the power failing, they know that the beast is going to come again. So it is a kind of sign. It's just a very sort of small sort of sign. Maybe there's a particular... my eyes keeps being drawn back to this sort of window here. Maybe there's a certain place in the architecture of this window that is particularly lit up with god creature power, and when that sort of major sort of symbol of everything starts to fade. Maybe the god's light sensitive. Maybe it could have become light sensitive. I mean, they were originally on the surface, and you know, being sent below was a punishment. I don't think I took any notes about the working class versus the aristocracy and their relationship with this ceremony. I'm just going to throw those down because I did like those. Only aristocracy participates in the rituals. Working class wants to distance themselves from as much as possible. Finds barbaric. Does benefit the food they eat is nourished by the god creature's blood. The lights are on because of it, etc. But they really don't like how the aristocracy revel in the bloodshed, etc. And maybe it's the working class that have really sort of picked up on how masochistic the god is, and they just don't like how the aristocracy are indulging it so much. So, working class do not drink the blood. Did I down the note that we have with the god creature means its blood touches gains light, power, strength. So I'm guessing the only things in the working class areas of the city that the blood has touched is the plants and maybe a bit of mortar. It wouldn't be, you know, everyday objects touched there as it would be in the aristocracy. Everything would be sort of glowing in there. Let me just go back up to the architecture briefly. So, buildings where aristocracy live, bathed in blood, therefore much stronger glow, etc. Looking class areas, more rundown. Use only a bit of god mortar when necessary. Most objects, etc. I suppose I'd see it as sort of a status symbol as well. And so, so I think we said that those consuming the blood sort of makes them glow a little bit. So aristocracy gives off more of a glow than working class. Working class probably get a bit of a glow from the plants they consume, but not as much. Sorry, I'm just wandering off a little bit at the moment. I know I've probably missed some good ideas in the chat. I'm sorry if I have. So what have we got? Yeah, I just wish my notes were tidier. I'm just going to do my best to see if I can pop my notes up on screen, and we'll just run through them And if there's anything I've missed that's bigger, if you have any more ideas, give them to me and we'll see what we can do. I'm just going to throw down the bottom for one potential plot line. Was it someone tries to kill the regenerated god creature, or tries to hunt and kill the regenerated god creature before it arrives. Ooh. Now, there's just a lot going on in the stream. Not everything's going to be perfect. I know, but you know, these are things we're coming up with together. I just hope I'm not accidentally steamrolling you as my head's sort of going off and coming up with random ideas. Someone tries to hunt and kill the regenerated god creature before it arrives for the ritual sacrifice, hoping to break the cycle, believes their people can survive without the god creature if they can escape it. And oh, sorry, neck crack. Hope you didn't hear it. Let's treat it as MacGuffins Hero at 2.5, shall we? If you wanna write some stories on it, go for it. I was still, you know, this is so intriguing. I mean, you know, if AMAIGURI was up for it, maybe one time we could try to write a joint thing, you know, a joint novella or something with this plotline, or maybe with the one she did for the Festival Blue came up with as well. It's only if she was interested in that sort of thing. We've both got a lot of our own work to do, but it might be a fun thing to talk about one time. Oh, would you say this is the most involved stream you've ever had? I've definitely had to think the hardest. If I start writing things from scratch, short stories, then I'll probably, you know, my head will explode. But, you know, it's just the editing short stories so far. It's been, you know, not overwhelming. And the brainstorming ones can be a lot, mostly just because I'm trying to keep up with everyone's ideas. And that's been the same with this, but I've been a bit more involved here, and we've got so much to work from. To something on the shorter end of things would be very cool. I understand, given, you know, main magical project, just the first novel alone could be up to 230,000 words, and it could be a series of anywhere between 7 and 10 books. So, and that's only one story I've got, you know, probably between 10 and 20 others in the works as well. So maybe something to think about one time. Or we could just use this, you know, so long as AMAIGURI is okay with it, for another stream to just actually try to pull together a plot line another time. Because we've been very busy just trying to pull this world and culture together. So if potential plotline here, I've got, you know, someone tries to hunt and kill the regenerated god creature before it arrives for the sacrifice, hoping to break the cycle, believes their people can survive without the god creature if they can just escape it. But maybe they've got some kind of relationship, I'm guessing sibling or best friend probably, with someone who possibly, random thought. Ooh, you can always use this as much as you want. I personally just started editing to prep for alpha readers, and it's showing up to be 300,000 words. Like, oh dear. Well, if it helps, I'm very, very much looking forward to reading it when it is ready, if that's any motivation whatsoever. I don't want to push you, because pushing is bad, but just know there are people who are very much looking forward to it. But take your time, all the time you need. But we may, could even be, you know, a couple of months so we can come back to this and try to pull together a full storyline with characters. You know, I don't know if we'll do anything with it, but it would be fun. I mean, I suppose there's always the potential as well to just have this as a long-term very long-term project and we just work at it in bits and pieces, you know, once a month, once every 2 months, do some more work on it and, you know, wind up with a full-on detailed storyline, and then Blue can run away and try to pull it together. Ooh, I'm focusing on the first chunk of it so I don't panic. That's good. That's good. Gotta do what you can to contain what you can so you can work on things. Hey, sorry, I was AFK. You are so welcome to be AFK, but we are glad you're back. So what if the story could potentially begin with an attempt, like right at the beginning, attempt to kill this monster? Doesn't succeed. Potentially caught in some kind of punishment, or maybe sneaks back. I don't know. To aid with the capture, and then they volunteer, or maybe a friend or sibling of theirs volunteers to become next god creature, and main character volunteers along with them. I suppose nobody does know properly at this point, do they? What happens to everyone who goes? I mean, I think they assume everyone does die, so maybe this, you know, the main character volunteers to try to keep friend or sibling from dying, and in the hope that maybe, you know, by going this way, I can kill them. I can kill the creature next time. Oh dear. But if it is, you know, until the lights dim, maybe it's really random when the lights start to dim. Maybe it's really random. I don't know. Oh, I suppose another disgusting random thought could be that it's not that everyone dies on the way, it's just that one is sort of chosen somehow. Some sort of trials or whatever, and one of them is chosen to become the next god, and, you know, it consumes the other one slowly as it's waiting to return to the city. Ooh, maybe the warriors are told by their leader. Warriors are told by their leader with capturing the beast. Don't know. Sorry. Trying to cling on to this thought. Don't want to lose it. Sorry, keep knocking the microphone. Their friend, sibling, and others, and himself finds out during. I guess the only thing we can call it is incubation period. And it could actually be a really long time they're in the incubation period if it's egg. Oh no, the metamorphosis, but that works too. Well, maybe the spiritual leader does have some sort of connection to the god creature. Let's throw that down. So, leader, what's the word? Endowed with some kind of spiritual connection to the god creature, maybe. Where am I? Here I am. Sorry, I haven't put up the notes yet. Sorry about that. I've been meaning to. Which button do I press? That one. I found the right button. I did set it all up in advance, but I'm just constantly convinced I'm going to hit the wrong button. So we had it. It's when the lights start to fail that the creature comes again, but maybe it's when the lights start to fail that these people incubating, you know, start to feel the metamorphosis coming. That might work. Well, it was a bad idea to try to write a night scene. for the breathlessness beauty of this hour. Oh dear, I'm sorry you're running into trouble. Oh, maybe you should just rest. We won't be going on for too long. You'll be able to get some sleep soon. I'm so sorry. Yes, because I'll have to stop soon so I can grab something quick to eat before going to pick up the small one. Oh dear, I can't believe I've been doing this almost the entire time. The small one has been at school. It's a long time. That's okay. How long have we been going? Almost 3.5 hours. Ah, dear. I think the first brainstorming stream was just over 4 hours. That's definitely the longest stream. Oh, maybe the leader transform when they're chosen and eats a special jelly. They could act on grasshopper locust rules. Oh, so you mean they become the leader by taking a special jelly, and that's what sort of endows them with the connection to the god creature? Is that what you mean? Like locust grasshoppers, you either become the spiritual leader of a giant lava silkworm. No, I don't think the leaders at this point are becoming the god creature. It's the volunteers, I think. And that's what we've been working with at this point. But I do like the idea that the leader has to eat something to sort of get their leader powers. Back up here. Where are we? Oh no, I'm just saying it's like yin and yang. Oh yes. Yes, indeed, that works. Apologizing so much is bad. Don't be sorry all the time. It's not always your fault. I'm biting my tongue so I don't apologize again. Sorry. I did it. I did it. It's a habit. It's a habit. Well, so leaders are chosen and they transform, but warriors end up becoming the god creature. Yeah, we haven't discussed too much about who can volunteer. And I think it's just members of the aristocracy. And maybe they do have to be warriors? I don't know. Now I'm getting some Shin Megami Tensei vibes, the neutral path to be exact. Though we're going to be alright without gods, what could ever go wrong path. Where have we got the volunteering stuff? Here we go. Volunteers must be part of the aristocracy. And again, I keep spelling this one wrong. Either must be a warrior or, you know, exceptional in their field sort of thing, but they're mostly warriors. Do you have to pass some sort of, there's a lot of trials here, pass some sort of test to be allowed to volunteer? Must be elite, exceptional, etc. All the E words. Oh, I got it. The different colours showcase what jobs they do, like ants. I think that could work well. I think... Oh, where's my people section? People. Not there, apparently. People. Yeah, I didn't think it divided into high and low case, but I think, yes. Colours determine jobs, I think works well. Here we are. So that's what I was wondering as well with the, sorry, where are we up to? Where are we? Oh dear, I can't find where I wrote this down. I'll just put it in random thoughts, I guess. Random thoughts, but now I've forgotten what the thought was. Of course I have. Also automatically born to be a warrior, aristocrat, builder. I'm not sure about separating off the aristocrats as such. I think anyone could be an aristocrat. I think warriors could come from anywhere and builders could come from anywhere. Because otherwise it would be you know, warriors would be separate from the aristocracy. I suppose that could work as well. Something else to think about. Goodness me, what was the thought I had? I think it might be gone completely. Oh dear. What was that thought? What was that thought? What was I looking at? It was something to do with, oh yes, the timings of things. The how long it takes the lights to start dimming is not consistent. And maybe, you know, maybe years before they dim, and the incubating volunteers live, you know, normal lives, but probably, you know, they're worshipped like gods almost. All this time. I think I like this idea more than the god creature living down in the abyss until it's time to come out. I think I want to give these people more time with sort of their godlike powers sort of thing. Incubating volunteers live normal lives. You know, powerful. Worshipped like gods all this time. When lights start to fade is when they start to feel sick. Which means, you know, what's the term? Journey time. Into the abyss. And then, you know, whatever they need to do down there. Maybe, yeah, all the thoughts. So, journey, difficulties, trials. What happens at the end? So, we have one that becomes the god creature. And we had thoughts that, you know, they all die one by one until one is left. But I kind of like the idea now that, you know, one is just sort of chosen by whatever's incubating in all of them for whatever reason. I mean, the reason probably turned out to be important, but I'm not thinking about that right now. And, oh, yeah, I still like the idea that, you know, one transforms into the god creature and then immediately eats the rest of them, and that could be what, you know, bulks it up and gets all its power from. And that would also be taking back into itself what was incubating in those people, so that kind of makes sense, I think. Oh dear, I don't think I've used the word incubating so often in such a short space of time. I kind of like that. If people like that idea, let me know, and I will jot it down as semi-canon, I guess. Yeah, we don't have one full canon here yet. It's still various ideas in there, but that's okay. That's okay. This rocks. I'm glad you like it. Okay, let's get it down. Oh dear. I'm for it. I'm glad. Let's get it down. Okay, one becomes the god creature. Chosen due to unknown important reason. Maybe they need to reach a certain place in the abyss first. That's what the journey's for. So reach a sacred spot in the abyss. Guessing some die along the way. Dangers. Abyss. One chosen due to unknown important reason by incubating in them. Turns into blood. Creature immediately consumes companions taking back into itself, you know, what was incubating them. And bulking up for, well, battle/sacrifice. You're saying bulking up and all of that. If we just go, where are we? Hold on. Oh, there we are. There we are. Sorry. There we are. Let's just have a look at the god creature again. There it is. Bulking up, getting nice and oozy. Does seem to ooze, doesn't it? And yes, getting nice and big. Oh, random thought as well. Maybe it deflates a little bit after it's been captured. Or maybe during the sacrifice, I'm not sure. Oh dear. Maybe the sacred spot is where the light bugs breed naturally. Ooh, maybe. Ooh, maybe. Where am I? Sorry, just looking for this. You can't see it, but I'm just going to jot that down. Oh dear. Sorry. Whoa, my head just did a 360 turn there. Okay, starting to feel my brain melt a bit. Need to go rest some, so I'm gonna go have a good one, Blue. Good night, morning, insert everything else, the rest of you as well. Bye, Zabi. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you had fun, and I'm sorry your brain is melting. Or it's super moist. That way the god creature gets more sustenance. I can see the deep spot being very moist, possibly where the light bugs breed. My brain cells have died. My IQ's been reduced to 4. Maybe they use its outer shell or skin to decorate the dance hall. Ooh, icky. I love it. Oh dear, oh dear. Where are we? Here we are. So, sacred spot. Very moist. Potentially where light bugs naturally breed. Just imagine there's just constant light bugs coming in and out of the ravine. That could be why they're all drifting around pretty at the sorry, wrong button. I'll get better at this. Yeah, you know, that looks like there's some light bugs just down above the ravine too. Oh dear. I'm just gonna put my notes back up now so I stop messing up. Oh dear. I'm going to stay up for half an hour more until the stream becomes the longest in your history. I can't. I've probably got to stop in no more, no fewer, whichever works, 10 minutes so I can prepare myself to go and pick up the small one. Oh, thanks for keeping up with us even though you're fried as well. Appreciate your efforts. You're welcome. Screensaver jump scare. Yeah, I'm not quite getting all the button presses right, but not too bad. Not too bad. Where are we? This go. I'll just throw it in random thoughts so I don't have to think. I was already there. So, use of god creatures. Outer shell as decorations. Well, that would explain a lot of the blood everywhere. Contributes to the bloody hole. Doing the pencil thing again. Oh dear. Oh, I can think. I'm hopeful, you know, when we come back to these notes, if I've missed putting anything down, our memories will just jolt. And we'll think of it. So yes, no one really. Oh, did I finish the? Sorry, I gotta find it again. Oh no, where was it? Where was it? Where are we? There's something about it, wondering if it's an annual festival, and it's related to that. Is it in the... no, where is it? I don't know where it is. I'm lost in my own notes. No, it was had worship like gods written there. Here we are. Chosen due to an important reason. Booked up for battle. Consuming companions. And I'm guessing because the lights are already fading, it won't be too long until the god creature returns. After, you know, going through more process and consuming companions. So I'm guessing the leader, possibly even just the leader, is the only one who knows exactly what goes on. Well, shortest one would be the 10th Nanarino. Not even 13 minutes, not surprised it's that short. There is a reason for it. There's a reason for it. I wasn't able to stream, but I wanted to apologize for not being able to stream, so I just jumped on very quickly. You know, not many people watching back then, but still, I'd made a commitment and I wasn't able to follow through, and I wanted to apologize. So, and you'll notice there's not even a day 11. I had to skip day 11 completely. I couldn't even do an apology stream. I just had to pop stuff up. It was, I think one of the days it was to do with the small one's health maybe, and the next day we lost all power and couldn't get it back on. Lost in the sauce, indeed. So, finds out during the incubation period what actually happens during the journey and how the god creature regenerates. I mean, they know one of them is going to become the god creature, but they don't know the details. Details or what happens to the others. Maybe they think, I don't know, maybe they even think all of them become the god creature, and is this some sort of spiritual melding or something? NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month. It's every November, and I tried to write a novel on stream as pretty much my first attempt at streaming. It was ill-advised, but we got a lot of a storyline down and intense notes and details for a first book, but by the time we were approaching the end, I had rearranged so much of it in my head and needed to change so much there was no real point in going on. And that's another story I'll get back to eventually. Oh, that sucks. Sorry, Mooney. That's okay. The power does some weird things here sometimes. So every now and then I give the what's the term? PSA, that if the power randomly goes out, don't be alarmed. I'll just keep going the next time I can. Yes, that does explain why there's no 11th one. I still have it up as a stream yet to go live. I just haven't had it in me to delete it yet. Oh dear. Yes, I mean, if I could have, I would have gone live on my laptop to just apologize again, but my laptop is not suitable for streaming. Yeah, I just want to quickly finish these notes and then we're going to have to finish up. But this has been so much fun. Thank you so much for doing this with me. And thank you so much, AMAIGURI, for putting this together. I'm sure we didn't know our minds needed this twisted world, but we did. Oh dear, this has been fun. Okay, what happens to the others? Maybe thought all become the god creature. Spiritual melding, or maybe think the others sort of ascend, become something else. I don't know, but only the leader with connection to the god creature knows exactly what happens. How does an MC find out what happens then? I'm guessing soon after they find out, the lights start to dim. Let's start journey. How are we going to short circuit this whole thing and free people from masochistic god creature? Yeah, it's I'm guessing this is where we're going to have the gory festival scenes. Well, insert gory festival scenes around here. Oh, I'm loving this so far. I'm glad. I think I just need to make the note here that MC is actually pure sunshine. Pure sunshine warrior believes in their people, etc. Don't know about their friend or sibling. I'm guessing friend or sibling is, you know, very, very religious. A bit of a, maybe even a bit of a zealot. But that makes me think it's more likely sibling, and maybe they're not actually that close. Delighted that right aged volunteer at right time. They could even be twins. I do lean towards twins, as those who watch my things that always pop up in Blue Stories stream will know. So that way, if they're twins, they'll both be the right age too. So it is convenient. Siblings very religious, was wanted to volunteer, delighted at the right age, volunteer at the right time. Or sibling could be a worker, or maybe, you know, a priest or a priestess or something. Priestess. Because I'm guessing the priest and priestesses don't know all the details either. It's just the leader. So maybe difficult relationship between MC and sibling. My mind randomly went Paul and Traders. Ant? We are all ants. Okay, I think I'm going to have to finish here. I'm sorry I don't have anything really pulled together, but at least we've got, you know, a basic plot line going, which is pretty interesting. And, you know, it probably would turn out to be just a good, gory, interesting, standalone fantasy novel. We need more standalone fantasy novels in the world so we don't have to, you know, make a lifetime commitment every time we want to read something. And I'm hugely, hugely guilty of potentially creating such lifelong commitments. But I want more standalones. Is okay. That's good. I'm glad. Okay. We've had fun. We have pulled together this amazing world from AMAIGURI's incredible illustrations and imagination. It's just wow. I don't think there's any real need to try to skim through everything we've got, because I'll just wind up going on a bunch of tangents. Random thought, if anyone does think of anything else they think is a really, really cool idea, pop it in the comments and I will add it to the notes. I'm not sure whether I'll try to organize them. I probably should. I should probably organize them before popping them up on Tumblr and making a community note. Or maybe I won't do that. Maybe I'll organize them and I'll save them for another stream where we can try to go a bit further with this plot line. And we might even have to go through and do a bit more world building and revisit everything. Yeah, because we may have to revisit everything from the slides to try to come up with our characters and, you know, match colors to occupations and figure out more. I kind of want to think a bit more about the wings as well. Like maybe they think if the main character thinks if they break free of the god creature, they'll get their real wings back or something, not just this small reminder of how they used to be free and fly. Oh, this is definitely something that'd be one book. I mean, it might be a little long, but it's definitely one book. Okay, I'm going to take my headphones off to hurry me along, because I take them off to sing, because, yeah, I don't like listening to myself sing with the headphones on. Let me just find my lovely lyrics. Oh, it's been a lovely stream. Had a lot of fun decoding everything. The scripts managed to tickle the tism just right. Now it's time to hug Blahaj and go to sleep. You hug that Blahaj. I love Blahaj. They're beautiful, beautiful sharks. Okay, so... Oh, wait, I just want to get up on the... Oh, no, I can't, because then I'll block my lyrics. Oh, well. I'd wanted to pop it up on one of the beautiful pictures to finish, but I need my lyrics just in case. Oh, wait, I'll move my lyrics. I can do that. I have 2 monitors. I can do that. Just give me a moment. Ah. There we are. Oh yeah, this tickled my tism for sure. Hopefully you regenerate your brain cells for the rest of the day. Well, you know, I've got a week to recover before the next stream at least. And next stream will probably be quite cruisy. I think it'll be a mostly just chatting stream, because I've got a bit of self-explaining to do about why I've made this decision. And, you know, it's not just to catch up on sleep. There are many myriad reasons why I've made this streaming schedule change. And, you know, we can discuss those and anything else you'd like to talk about next week. And the week after that, I have to start figuring out our magical creatures stream, don't I? Still not quite sure how to tackle that. I'll have time. I'll try to think about it during the week. In any case, thank you so much. Thank you so much, all of you, for making this such a wonderful stream. I had a great time. Oh, all this... What is it? It's like world building from specifically made input. It's still world building, but we're just drawing from AMAIGURI's imagination instead of from the rest of the world or our own imaginations. It's world building nonetheless. We have built this world together. We have built this world. We've started coming up with this story, and it's been awesome. I definitely would never have thought of this myself. No way. I don't think this is how Blue's mind works. So it's been really, really cool to think about it. Oh, this was super fun. We'll have to find more times to do this. Yes, and maybe at one point we can experiment with actually having you on stream. That could be fun. We could try to work VTube Studio to get you to pop up as well. That could be fun. But something to think about for the future. I think it would require a bit of experimentation first, because I've never tackled anything like that before. This was fun. I'm glad. Yes, that would be fun. That would be fun. Oh dear. It would be nice now and then to maybe see a AMAIGURI try stream too. Blue will start attempting to make proper videos at one point, but probably not any useful advice, because I have none to offer. Never ever take advice from Blue when it comes to writing. Except, you know, the one advice that she only ever offers, which is if you need to make your world as immersive as possible, as quickly as possible, throw a festival. Yep, see you next Sunday. See you then. And I forget if I was going anywhere else, but it doesn't matter because I have to finish up. So, wherever you are in the world, good night to you, or good evening, good afternoon, or good morning. And I hope the rest of your day is absolutely lovely, because that's what you deserve. And thank you. One more massive thank you to AMAIGURI. This would not have happened without you. Thank you so, so much. Your mind is an amazing thing, and I can't wait to read more of your writings. Okay, time to sing our goodbyes. And my throat is not totally destroyed for once, even though I've been talking for so long. I wasn't talking all day before talking for so long. Okay, let's hope I don't fall apart. Ooh, water. I'll drink some water first. I'm not procrastinating, I'm hydrating. There we go. Okay. Ooh, needs to turn the background music off first. I almost forgot again. Ah, for the money that e'er I had, I have spent it in good company. Oh, and all the harm I've ever done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night, and joy be to you all. Oh, dearie me. Until next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And where's my ending screen? There it is. Bye-bye.